The Ridge wallet for real is my type of wallet. Once you get used to a wallet like this, the old like folding leather normal wallets of the past just kind of look and feel ancient. It's minimal, it's high quality, it's industrial. Basically, it's a modern wallet. It holds up to 12 cards, plus room for cash. And there's a ton of colors and styles besides this one. There's also a traditional carbon fiber weave. There's burnt titanium. There's a bunch of others. You can get a clip for it if you want. And they all come with a lifetime warranty, so you can buy basically one wallet.
Should I literally just like leave it on the ad? That way it's a double ad?
This could be your dad's wallet because Father's Day is coming up, and this would make a great
I don't know if you
gift.
guys have ever seen this guy, the KBHD. He's actually a pretty cool guy. It's crazy what he's done with his channel. It's absolutely insane. It's obviously going to start at 8. Oh, what? It's obviously going to start at 8. Thought it was like another ad. I'll just leave you there to look at the car. What's the point of waiting, right? You can leave it like that. Actually, do have coffee today. I don't want to block the names though. Here we go. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, you know what I never realized? I never realized this cup matches the car. I'm just looking at it right now. I'm not here. It's almost time yet or what? 9:42? Good enough. I know I said 9:45, but 9:42, that's good enough. I am late. Kind of late, kind of not. I don't know. Let me see. I gotta make sure this is charging. That's why my last stream died out, because the thing wasn't, I had it all plugged in, but it wasn't charging. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to this episode, or this version of COVID and Coffee. Are we essential? Yeah, we are essential. RC is essential. It's essential for your happiness. Anyways, we actually have some parts coming in for the DR10. I hope today. I'm literally going to check right now. And I checked last night, and the parts were in Chelmsford, Mass. So I'm hoping that somehow, like, during the course of yesterday, that there was more movement, because I think it was like 11 a.m., 11:25 a.m. as a matter of fact, when those parts were in Massachusetts. So what I'm hoping is that UPS transfers over to USPS. Now that I actually like it better that way, because like you guys know, usually like on the live stream, the mail truck will actually come by. And I'm hoping, because I have got like literally my awaited parts coming. Like, I hope things are like in line. I did end up going to Reckless Hobbies in Wareham yesterday. He's got, so obviously he's dealing with, limited stock in a sense. When he places an order, he makes sure that it's a nice bulky order. I won't talk about, the expense and whatever. That's up to him to do. But one thing that he is having a hard time with is he's having a hard time with Proline. Not Proline as the company itself, but Proline as the getting Proline stuff in stock. So just like how we are having issues with shipping and not having things in stock, so is apparently everybody else. So it's not obviously just us the consumer. It's also, I don't know, would you consider Reckless Hobbies a middleman? Almost seems like Reckless Hobbies is a middleman in a way, but yeah, I don't know. But either way, like I said, I will always try there first, unless I point blank just already know that there's nothing there. I'm just going to jump into the chat real quick because we are at 9:45, and I just want to see who actually made it. Who is the two first place people here? Let's see, what do we got? So we got Eric Vale at, what does that say? 9:37. Eric Vale, Jack Jr. Brazier, already throwing in a super chat, man. Thank you very much for that. I don't know if there's going to be enough room for your name on the car anymore. I think you're going to have to stop those super chats. Remember, these donations don't donate like, I don't know how to explain it. The donations are appreciated because obviously it goes, right into the vehicles, but don't feel like for some reason that you have to be donating to be part of the channel or something like that. So don't think it's that. But Jack Brazier, thank you very much for that. I appreciate that. Good morning to you as well. John Wick is here. And then I don't know when I started the stream. I think I started at like 42 or something like that, or I don't even know. So we got John Wick, we got Sean's RC Adventure here, Rift to the Raft is here, Kent's RC, Eddie Santabria. Good morning. How are you? Everything's going pretty good here, other than something being lax on parts. And then let's see, what do we got? We got David Outdoors 74. I don't think I remember seeing you here. Might be your first time. And then we've got right at 9:45, Michael Dyke. Bam. Whoa, thank you. Thank you very much. We got coffee and breakfast here. So, what did I say? Michael Dyke. Good morning to you as well, man. Justin O'Neill's here. What's happening, man? Michael Montgomery, the retailer. Right, the retailer. Right. Kind of still the middleman in a way, but in a good way, Because, beyond that being, the middleman or the retailer, what's great is that, a lot of times because he's that, like you said, retailer, he can sometimes get information that obviously we, the customers or the normal people, can't get, such as when he goes to the shows that they have, which, what's going to happen now? What's going to happen to now beyond RC stuff, right? Because I was actually planning on seeing if I could go to SEMA this year, and dual purpose for SEMA for me. Obviously, hate to say it, number one, for the cars, for the real stuff, the real stuff. And then secondary was RC, kind of heading it up right after the fact. But with the way all this stuff is, stuff like that's just not going to happen. Or is it? And I think the most annoying thing to me is that, this year was going to be my year to go. And it's like, what the hell, coronavirus? You know what I mean? COVID-19, whatever you want to call it. Mr. Wick. Right, I like that. Mr. Wick. Chuck G, what's happening, man? Hit that like button. Thank you very much for that, man. Now you're making you hungry? Yeah. So, parts should be coming for the DR10. I ordered some stuff from Associated. Basically, I ordered wheels because being unhappy with the wheels that I have right now. Also, wanting to take the wheels that are on this car. These are going to go on Drag Bug. And then Drag Bug is literally... I pretty much feel like Drag Bug is ready. Like, once I throw these tires and wheels on there, as, that donation kind of deal, being, that, use what you got kind of thing, and seeing that those wheels are pretty much done now, I think they're perfect for Drag Bug. Because Drag Bug is all about issues, which I like. Kind of trying to overcome those issues. And then eventually, we'll throw the Hoons on there. The only thing about throwing the Hoons on there, though, is obviously doing that adapter, the 12 to 17 adapter. But I'm thinking, obviously, switching over to one of these wheels probably will be the better choice. That way, at least, I'm not dealing with extra rotational weight and sticking the wheels out further than they need to be. Not that that's not going to be a bad thing. It actually might be a little bit better to get a better, I guess, grip on track. You know what I mean? Going down, like just having the track width be a little bit wider. I did actually find a set of tires at Reckless, and I gotta bring those rims that I've got. So those rims that were the carbon fiber look, I want to bring those back to Reckless and make sure that those are actually going to fit. And I should have just brought them with me yesterday, but yesterday was doctor's appointment for my wife. So, anyways, that took precedence over yesterday. The Jaguar, I threw up a couple of videos on the Jaguar last night and this morning. I think I've got one processing right now. Like I said, it's probably not anything that, most of you guys are interested in, that show up for the RC stuff, but it is there. And like I said, my channel is always going to be geared to just, kind of providing, I don't know, kind of like a variety. And in reality, automotive really does, or should I say, RC crosses over into automotive. It really does, especially like with repair stuff. It's not the same, but it's scaled down. Eric Vale, what's happening? There are awesome hobby shops in Vegas, man. I wish I knew, man. The way things are right now. Oh, you're having your dinner right now, right? Right. The 6-hour time difference. That's a riot. You got booted from the Facebook group for posting a YouTube video. I went to church and did 3 Our Father. Can I get back in? Chuck G, you got booted from my Facebook group? I don't see how you got booted. Is that what you're talking about? I don't think you got booted. If you're talking about my Facebook group. What was the reason for your... Now, are you saying your post was deleted, or you point blank as an individual got kicked out of the group? Because if the only reason why somebody would ever get kicked out would be like a third strike, meaning like if you obviously, joined the group, you read the rules, you know what the rules are. If you went against the rules, pretty sure like 3 times, unless you were point blank, being evil, which so far I haven't seen anybody be evil on there. I go to the group and it says join. Well, I'm gonna check right now. Maybe you jumped out of the group, but I can actually check and see when was this? Last couple of days? Okay, so the only thing that I can see was your post was deleted. Now, it doesn't say why your post was deleted. So obviously what happens is your post, something about your post must have been against the rules. That's why the rules are in place. I mean, think about it. If we had a world without rules, everybody would just be going nuts. You know what I mean? My video said, please subscribe. Okay, so did you get a communication between you and a moderator? So the way we handle the group, you have to be fair to everyone. So even I myself have had to send out messages that just say, hey, if you could just, glance over the rules real quick. If you feel you're in the right, then let's talk. If you feel, you're in the wrong, then go ahead and handle it yourself. What's funny is I actually remember having a conversation about that because we were tossing around the fact of whether it should be deleted or if the rules should be slightly modified. But then what happens is if you modify the rules too much, like I said, I'm no lawyer, so if you pick apart every little word that I have in the rules, it becomes difficult to manage. So that's why I try to keep the rules just basic and just say, hey, I don't even know. I don't know. If you're not, there's no way that you're deleted though, because no one deleted you. Because I'd actually get that notification. You know what? If you're deleted, which it doesn't say you're deleted, I can actually check to see if you're still here. We have 280 members right now. So I can actually click on so unless you left for some reason, no one deleted you. But you are not on this group anymore as a member. And I'm looking right now, I'm looking right at the moderator activity, because obviously as a moderator or an admin, you can see every, action that gets taken. And the only action that was taken against you, which I'm pretty sure this is you. I'm not going to say your last name because obviously that's not right. How do I... Okay, I can view the details. Right, so all it was it was going against rule number 9. So, and I've even modified the rules to where originally the rules point blank said no posting, basically like no posting YouTube links, whatever, to other channels. And that was because in my mind, what I saw, because I've done groups before, where all of a sudden what happens is that the group gets a good amount of members, and then all of a sudden a channel will start literally just spamming it every day, and then you have to block that member. So what I tried to do is I modified the rule to say, hey, we don't mind you posting YouTube videos. That's not the point. The point is the community. Everybody wants to see everybody's stuff. But when you start, for lack of a better word, asking for subscribers, you kind of have to let that just be the decision of the person. Do you know what I mean? So as long as you're an active member in the group, meaning as long as you don't Like literally, as long as the only thing that, if all you did was literally just pop on, throw a video on, and then walk away, you know what I mean? Like a YouTube video, go subscribe to my channel kind of deal. That's when it gets tough, because literally, if all of a sudden everyone just started doing that every day, it would be crazy. Because you need to also think, like, when links and videos are posted, the poster of that video is also responsible for their own content. So within your video, if you posted something on that Facebook group that went against the rules, even within your own video, that video, per the discretion of the moderators or the admins, have the right to send you, they'll most likely send you a message first and just say, hey, based upon the rules, what do you think? Do you think that, you know, your video, you know, is, or your post, however it works, do you think that your post is like within the rules of the group? And if it is, great. If it's not, and we have to, like, because no decision just automatically goes like that. So if there's anybody that if there's any post that's in question, no one moderator can just axe it. We have a moderator's corner, and basically you just say, hey, what do you guys think about this? Do you think it passes? Is it not a big deal? And most of the time it's a yes. So obviously it's just the wording that you put in front of it. That's all it is. But you weren't deleted from the group. I have no idea why you're not there. Maybe it's some Facebook, like Facebook Bermuda Triangle thing happening. But just throw yourself back on there. I know I just went into this big giant monologue, but you've already been thrown back on there. I have no idea why. Nothing on our end said that you were deleted, so sorry about that, man. I just applied again. You're already in. Michael Montgomery, right? Okay, yeah, you were just approved. Jeffrey, hey, what's going on, man? The internet is wicked slow. Yeah, the internet's been kind of funky. I hopped on late last night. I think, yeah, late last night. Wasn't True Boys? Didn't they have a live last night? My days all get crashed together. I think True Boys had a live last night. Could have been the night before. I don't know. I think it was last night. And no, I'm not getting hammered at night. That's why I don't have a memory. It's point blank, just because so much stuff is going on right now that all my days are just crashing in. So I went on some live last night, and the comments, there were no comments present for me to see. And I'm just like, wait a minute, this live stream has already been on for like 20 minutes and nobody's commenting? That doesn't make any sense. So something's up with YouTube. So, YouTube is being typical YouTube, messing with things and ruining stuff. It's like sometimes I feel like YouTube is like one of those things where, you know, you take a car and instead of doing the R&D on the car, you just throw the car out there to the public and let the public do the R&D on it, you know, safety recalls, performance, you know, issues, hazard, you know, whatever, I don't know, cars exploding. No brakes. You know, remember the Toyotas that had the full throttle, no brakes? That was great. It was Toyota, right? It was either Toyota or Hyundai. I think it was Toyota. It only, yeah, you're there anyway, Michael. Sometimes, like, you know, there is electronic mess up. Like, have you guys ever had to reset your phone or reset your computer? So the way I look at it is sometimes stuff like that even happens. Like, I've even in the chat, because I'm using my iPad, I'll I don't know how it happens. I don't know if my finger just barely touches the screen or whatever it is, but as I'm scrolling like the comments, all of a sudden, and I don't even know who it popped up on, but this secondary window opens up and it asks me if I want to report or do all these other actions. And I'm like, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm just trying to scroll here. Chuck G, you know you're in, right? I'll be good. Nah, and Chuck, don't think, and don't get it twisted this way either. Don't think you can't post your links. That's not what it is. It's if point blank, if that's all you do. You know what I mean? It's all it is just to keep down on the, keep down on the spam, to make it more of like an active group. You know what I mean? I actually did have to have a conversation with, I'll just say one guy that is a YouTuber. I had to have a conversation with him about it because point blank, that's all he was doing. All he did, and I never deleted one post, because what I did is I left it up to him and I just said, hey, based upon what you saw for the group's rules that you agreed to, do you think that you're at least doing your best to follow that, whatever, that set of rules? And I sent him a message. I got like an okay dude or whatever that was. Obviously his nose got bent out of shape, and it's like, but guy, I even worded it right. I said that, if this is point blank all you do, like all it is, you'd be pissed if I went on your channel and all I did was spam RC Guy Garage every single day. And if it was, if there was a rule that said, hey, please don't do that. You know what I mean? So don't people think you can't post YouTube links or videos. That's not what it is. As long as you're an active member in the group and you actually do stuff, you know what I mean? Instead of just posting links. Bandit Darnville, what is going on, man? Wild and Out just joined. Wild and Out, you just joined, man? Just now? It took you this long, guy? I mean, come on, your name's already on the card. It took you this long? I'm going to have to check and see if you're a subscriber. I don't even know how to do that. I'm sure there's some algorithm that I could check. But it's funny. So anyway, parts coming for the DR10. I'm pumped. I'm so psyched. Tires are another issue. Again, I do have a set of rear tires. So like literally today, as soon as those tires and wheels come in, I'm going to obviously prep the rim, because I'm pretty sure that I've got to do some extra prep on this particular rim. I haven't seen, obviously, so I got to wait until the package comes. But what I'll do is I'm actually going to do a secondary. That's right. You heard it from me, RC Guy Garage. We're going to do a secondary COVID and coffee today, because I had dropped the ball last night, and because of the whole rigmarole of life, and I know people don't want to hear excuses, but because of the whole rigmarole of life, like I said, my wife's doctor's appointment was way more important than anything, going on in this world right now. Because obviously she is my world. You know what I mean? Other than my kids, she is. So you guys are too. Don't think that that's not the case. I'm loving this. I love the hangout. I literally want to do what Chef Beardsley was thinking about doing. So Chef Beardsley found, I think he said it was like 165 acres, and I'm not going to say where it was, but he found this like property that he thought about buying. And dude, could you imagine that? I would literally set up. It would literally be a combination of everything. I would have a mega warehouse. Like, I'd live in a trailer for this. Like, my wife would obviously live in a trailer as well. I would live in a trailer, have this massive warehouse, have an indoor track, have an outdoor track, and not only just for RC stuff. The RC stuff would be easier because it's smaller scale. But for the real deal stuff, because my like, if you want to say, like, people have a passion, right? I love RC stuff. I do. But my passion is really, quite honest with you, automotive. But automotive, it crosses with RC. So that's where I'm at. It'd be nice, man. It'd be nice to have, dude, could you imagine that? You could have literally 2 acres of parking, right? Or maybe 3, maybe 4, depending upon, how many people show up. And we could just literally have thrash and bash days. Like, we would have monster truck for real stuff. Like, I'm not saying like the V2 Vids guy, but who knows? Maybe he would show up with his monster truck. But I mean, I would love that. That would be so, dude, like Freedom Factory. Cletus McFarland. If you guys haven't seen Cletus McFarland, if you're into anything automotive, like anything automotive, if you're an automotive like something, go check out Cletus McFarland's channel, man. Hell yeah, brother. And that's literally like how it would be. I would love that, man. Could you imagine that? That would be, you want to talk about living the American dream? That point blank would be living the American dream. That would be just living the dream, I think. You know I do, guy. Ping, what's going on, man? Hey, a napkin. This is kind of like a funny question to ask. UPS, are you stopping? Nope. Damn it. UPS has been hitting my neighbor's house. UPS and FedEx. Like every day. I don't know what's going on over there. But he's getting more deliveries than me. There's something wrong with that. Totally off the wall question, but I'm just curious. We got 24 people in the chat right now. Out of you 24 people, when you sit down for a meal, are you a paper napkin or a paper towel kind of person? I know that's such a weird question, but I'm curious because I know what kind of person I am. And I bet all you guys probably already know my answer. Nobody else gets that many packages. He must have an RC channel. I don't know, man. Some of the boxes that he had going looked like bike-sized boxes. Like, it almost looked like he was running like a bike shop out of his house. The size packages that he was getting were bike shop, in the box packages. Nice, Chef Beardsley. Chef Beardsley's paper towel, right? Bandits napkin, CCXRC, right? Paper towel, you know it, man. Justin O'Neill. Oh, yeah. Right, napkin. Michael Montgomery. I just can't do a napkin, man. Maybe it's the kind of napkins that we use, but I'll tell you right now, paper towel does the job way better. I feel like, again, there are different grades of napkins. I know that. Chuck G, what's going on, man? Dude, you know it. You know that's going right to it. Thank you very much, Chuck. Dude, that means your name is going on the car. I want to do that today. Chuck G. Dude, so what I thought about doing, okay? So because this is still like a, because this car is still like a work in progress, like this body right here, the DR10 body, with the names that are on, let's see if I can do this right. I'm almost getting, I'm not CCXRC, good yet, but I'm getting there. And you guys know what I'm talking about when I say CCXRC good. So the way Tony's channel and layout is, the way he does his videos is just crisp, perfect volume, almost, until I show up. Yeah, because for some reason when I show up and I say, hey, can't hear you, everything just goes wrong. It's proven. Proven. Sorry, Tony. Right, paper towels. Right. So the way the names are going to be on this car, obviously I'm trying to keep everything with an alignment, okay? The other side of the car, so basically like this whole leading edge, you don't, I don't know how to explain it. This whole leading edge is just going to be names, and I know it's going to happen. So Chuck G is probably going to go right there, right next to Riff Raff. So we got to get a couple of names up here. We obviously need to fill in up here, and then come right to the wheel well. And I am going to stop at the Super B, though. So I'm going to stop at the Super B. There's going to be a name down here. I haven't figured out what's going to go there. But then again, maybe with the amount of names that go on here, maybe there isn't enough. But on basically, so this whole side is going to be straight names. This whole side of the car and wrapped around the other side is going to be just different. So, all right. Let's see. I just got to jump into the chat real quick just to see like the difference between paper napkins and paper towels. So, in my mind, right? And obviously this is just the way I look. In my mind, a paper napkin is like, well, everybody goes to the bathroom and everybody has to, do number 2. Every once in a while it has to happen, okay? We're not going to go sick on this channel. But I feel like paper napkins are like single-ply toilet paper. You know what I mean? I feel like you have to have 5 napkins in order for it to actually work. Where a paper towel, you're talking Charmin triple ply. You know what I mean? A paper napkin for me, paper towel for me, just seems to function better for my... Now, my wife, she doesn't like that. So, when I do sit down and have dinner, obviously I do put paper napkins down. Everybody gets a paper napkin. Sometimes they get folded in half, triangle. Got to fold the paper napkin the right way. If you got a square paper napkin, which most of them are, you got to fold it so you get the nice triangle. Then you put the knife and the fork, or however you want to do it, right on that table right there. I know, and that's, what's funny is I was joking with Earl about that. Wow, my UPS driver is literally, I've never seen this before. He parked in one location, and he's doing all 3 houses at the same time. Like, you know what I mean? Goes to this house, goes to that house, goes to that house, and he totally missed my house. Wait a minute. Whoa. That's not cool. UPS is supposed to be delivering my stuff to me today. So are they delivering all my packages to other people's houses? Wait a minute. I gotta check here. I said I was gonna check right online. I'm just gonna check. I should be able to just go into UPS, see, like right there? UPS tracking, boom, right there. Hit track a package, open it with the stupid UPS thing. And then, let's see, what do we got? In transit. It's still saying Chelmsford. Are you kidding me? But that was Chelmsford at 11:51 a.m. yesterday. That's not cool. All right, well, I guess maybe I'm not getting a package today because UPS just drove away. Come on. Are you kidding me? I'm just going to double check one more time. So I'm going to cut and paste the number. Copy. Wait a minute. No. UPS tracking. I'm gonna try this one more time. I didn't like that. That wasn't cool. UPStracking.com. For some reason, one site for UPS tracking gives such a basic like way of tracking packages, and then you have to go, and this is checking it on a phone, and then if you go like to another UPS thing, it gives you like more detailed information. Come on. Yeah, it's saying tomorrow. Shipment progress. Yep, it never left Chelmsford. That's a bunch of garbage. That's gonna be on a shirt. I should do that on a shirt. That's a bunch of garbage. Gotta spell it right. How would you spell garbage? G-A-B. Would it have to have an H? G-A-H-B? Ga? G-A-H-B-I-G-E. Garbage. Because there's no A, there's an I. So that's a bunch of garbage. That's gonna be on a shirt. I still gotta figure out my logo. Garbage, right. Right, close, bandit, right. Garbage. China. Garbage, right, Venom? Right. Now my paper towel is blowing all the way. G-A-H-B-A-G-E. Garbage. See, I like the G-A-H-B-I-G-E. Because that sounds garbage. B-I-G-E. Look at everybody. That's a bunch of garbage. Eric Vale, what are you saying? Whoa, Michael Montgomery. What is going on right there? Thank you, sir. Chuck, I didn't even finish out writing your thing. Chuck G. RC. DR10. Thank you very much, Chuck. Michael Montgomery, thank you to you as well, man. Now, out of curiosity, Michael Montgomery, why is the first letter in your name not capitalized? Is that an error? Because you can change that, right? RC guy, maybe they dedicated a truck just for you. Wouldn't that be awesome? That's highly unlikely. I did have some, actually, UPS did come yesterday. They delivered some tires. Cooper Cobra tires for my wife's CRV. They actually look nice. They're a SRT, I think, or SR something. Let's see. I took a picture of them. Right there. Whoop, wrong. Where is it? Right there. Not the best picture. And I know, and they're a performance tire kind of, it's an all season tire, but Cooper's known for making very good tires. And Cooper, the guy that owns or designed Cooper tires, he's also the guy that does Radar tires. So Big Black actually has a set of 35 12 and a halves that are brand new with white lettered, a white lettered tire. I like for myself, there are certain vehicles that should probably have a black wall. Certain vehicles should have, white lettering on the outside. Obviously, my 69, it has to, just because of, it's old school, right? My truck, that's also going to have the white lettering on the outside. It's just because I like the way that looks. Ooh, CCXRC. He's getting a gnat. Nice, man. I did see that. You were talking about that. I'm pretty sure, like, you were talking about that on your live, the Grand National Body. You know what's funny is I obviously set up the UPS app on my phone, but for some reason I don't remember what the password is, and every time I try to like reset it, I tried like resetting it and something was going wrong where it just sent me into this vicious loop of not being able to like be set right. So I just gave up. Eric Vale, you jelly, huh? You jelly of Tony? Right. Venom, what's going on, man? Hey, Venom. Venom, I liked your comment on the Jaguar video. So Venom, yeah, he's got a good sense of humor. I like this guy. Garbage. Gus's Custom Creations. What's going on, man? Wait a minute. Yeah, there he is. You're wilding out. You're waiting for a lot of parts? Yeah. Garbage. Garbage. Need to be more proper. Bumper sticker. Dude, there's so many. Do you realize, like, there are so many Bostonian, like what you just said, Chuck G. Bumper sticker. There's so many funny, like, Bostonian ways of saying things. Like, obviously, I think when I get amped up and when I really get into, like, a conversation, that's when the Bostonian, for some strange reason, kicks in. And I think it's because I'm having a good time. But when I normally talk, like if I slow it down a little bit and I'm trying to be more conscious of my wording, I will use, I'll stray away from that Bostonian because the Bostonian, I don't really know why it just shows up. But there's this guy that's on the Facebook channel, and he posted a video, and he's got to be like from Ireland or something like that. And what's such a riot, man, is when you hear somebody from, like, that part of the country and how thick the accent is. You're like, man, that's actually pretty cool. It kind of like reminds you of like a movie Braveheart or something. You know what I mean? I know that's Scottish, but same difference to me. John G, what is going on? What is that for? DR10? Dude, thank you. Michael Montgomery, though. Thank you. Did you say what you wanted that to go to? Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen the multiple UPS trucks, but obviously, seeing that there was no, like, I guess UPS must have had a day off yesterday. Where was I? I was right at John G. Thank you, sir. DR10. John G. DR10. I'm going to have to think about upgrading the springs on the DR10 with all the graphics that are going to be going on it. Because the graphics, and I try not to give it away, but like I said, that whole other side of the car is just going to look way different, like in a cool way. I was also saying, like, if anybody, like, if any of you guys have like a YouTube channel, if you could send me to my Gmail address, which is rcguygarage@gmail.com. Send me a PNG of your graphic, and that way I can easily put it into the thing. I mean, you don't have to. You can send me, as long as it's like a defined, how do they say it? It needs to be It can't be a low resolution, because if it's a low resolution, the tracer will not find the edges and it will be like crazy wrong. I've already done it before. So if you could send me like a high definition, image or whatever to my RC Guy Garage Gmail, I can, or actually if you're part of the Facebook, I think you can do it in Messenger. So if you're part of that Facebook group, you can send it in Messenger maybe? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how it works. I just need to be able to download it, put it on my computer, and I can print out the graphic. I've got just cool ideas, man. With that vinyl cutter, I'm having a blast with it. Could you imagine what the it's gonna be a riot having the Jaguar with like New England Dragway stickers on it. Oh my god. Can you? Yes, I can. I can definitely put your, yeah, all right. Because I want to make sure I spell people's names correctly, like Moorhead without the E. It's actually a very common mistake. If you actually look up Agnes Moorhead, which, direct relation, if you look up Agnes Moorhead, even right in that wiki thing, her name is spelled supposedly wrong. So, which is nuts. Right, Venom. I totally agree with you, man. What's going on with you that you need to meditate, man? Are you having some issues? I actually love doing it out here. I love this whole scenario, like, and I'm not complaining, but for you guys to realize, like, the whole process of what happens just to get, like, this out here, like, I could make it a lot easier on myself if I maybe started earlier and just randomly just brought things out, and the table stays outside, but everything, when I'm done, is supposed to go downstairs to the shop. Now, we have a dining room, and it has chairs. Not that you can sit on the chairs because all the stuff is like right here. All this stuff like gets pushed on the chairs. You just kind of push them into the table. How many people have a dining room that gets used every single day? We don't. You know what I mean? That used to be the way. We used to actually sit at the dining room table. When we were a bigger family, it made it easier. But my daughter actually helped pick up too, because there's actually been a couple of times. I leave this whole thing set up on the table out here, like literally. This is my front yard, right in my front yard. And before my wife comes home, my daughter, she like takes everything, wraps it all up, and puts it back downstairs for me, because I've already moved on to another project, and I forgot that I left all this stuff up here. I know I'm being quiet, but garbage. Right, that would definitely be an English accent. You're absolutely right. Garbage. Wait a minute, Bandit Darnville, you got a package that just shipped and it's going to be here tomorrow? Everybody was UPSing for you? Not over here. Michael Montgomery, you got it, man. Your name is right on there. All the hobby shops in New York City are still closed? Right, that's right, because it's not essential. I came across that just the other day when I went to go get supplies for that vinyl cutter. We have a store called Michael's around here. It's an arts and crafts, store. I don't know if it's something that's all over the planet. I have no idea. But they're closed. And I was just like thinking to myself, now why isn't that business essential? Because I've never been in a Michael's where the place has been packed. And I've been in a few times because my daughter loves going to Michael's. She obviously likes to make things. She's actually, she'll probably get embarrassed, but I want to show you guys something. I want to show you guys. All right, so granted, yes. And I got to be very careful with these. Don't want to have no greasy fingers. So, obviously with my daughter having, extra time on her hands, right? She likes to try to push herself, right? So this was her first one, I think. Hopefully I'm doing this in the right order. Now this is literally her just using something as reference. This isn't traced. She made that. That's watercolor. Right? She's got that one. She's got this one. I know this is nothing RC, but I'm proud of my daughter for this, man. And this one. This is watercolor. I have no idea. Like, even like the shading. The shading that she's doing on this thing. You know what I mean? Like the shading on the log? That's actually pretty good. She was like snickering when I went into her room and I grabbed him. Strip gears, what's going on, man? What's up, Vega? Jeffrey, hey, I think that paper towels takes your lipstick off. Oh my god. Oh, dude, John, what? You fell 8 feet to your back yesterday? That is no good. You deleted your dining room? Right. Yeah, So when we, obviously, it's nice when you have a family gathering. It's nice to be able to have a living room. That way, you can have like, more people being able to sit, we got a big table. This thing has, hey, Sam, how many leaves does our dining room table have? Is it 2 or 3? Yeah. So the dining room table is actually really big already. And then it has 2 like leaves. And this table gets so big, you literally have to take the table and spin it so that it goes like corner to corner so that everybody can fit at the table. Dude, you got to be careful, John, like with your kidneys and stuff like that, man. 8 feet to like flat on your back. Did that knock the wind out of you? I remember falling very similar like that, and if I remember correctly, it knocked the wind out of me. You can't just like, you're just struggling to kind of like, Oh no, Tony, what are you breaking now? Oh, Team Vega, that's your wife's favorite store, right? I think my friend there, Joe Daddy's Garage, I think his wife. I know she's into crafts. I think she might have worked at Michael's. I can't remember, but she worked at some kind of craft store. He actually made a whole room for her. All right? So riffraff. So Michael's is probably like worldwide then. We'll see how they do. I paid for the second day. Ugh, what are you, nuts, guy? You paid for second day shipping? What was that, like $30? Ouch. Green Frog, what's going on, man? Yeah, the Jaguar's running. Yeah, I did the live because I was excited. And then, I did the live, and then all of a sudden I'm like, hey, I should probably put the videos out there to show like part of the process. Like I said, there's a video actually processing right now, I believe. I think I could check on that. I think I walked away with it processing. I think. Or maybe wait a minute, did I just like stop? Oh. Yeah, I think I just walked away to do COVID and coffee. I don't think I hit process. Well, as long as you don't have paint, you're probably good no matter what, right? But wow, 2-day ground shipping? That's a couple bucks. Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right, I can't have those flying around. Sam, you got? I don't know. Maybe it is just because she's my daughter, but I don't think so, man. I think she should put those like on Etsy or something. How would somebody not want to buy that? I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, yeah, watercolors. Dude, I don't know how she does it. Yeah, I am. I definitely am. Jeffrey, hey, you're right. All about natural, right. See you next Tuesday. What is going on, man? You bet your caboose got the guy right. Yeah. Broken Creighton, Team Associated MT10. Oops. Team Associated. Oh no, what did you do to the DBXLE? You don't need to just look at me. You're looking at the car. That's the way it should be. You don't need to look at me. There we go, that's better. Flying Fortress, what is happening? Good morning to you as well. It was $9. Oh, that's not bad. Man, I guess maybe I'm just cheap. John Anders. Whoa, guy. Holy smokes, dude. DR10, you know it, man. Thank you for that. That is going right to that DR. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I definitely think so. Michael Montgomery, you changed your name. Nice, man. See? That was easy. Painless. You already got it right there. Broke the front CVD. Oh, all right. So typical breakage on the DBXLE then. Typical breakage. Now, you say you're getting it replaced. Did you get it replaced by warranty? Because that's obviously, well, unless it was really your fault. Nah, you know what? Knowing you, just like me, you're not going to wait for warranty. You know what's funny? I've realized that. I would rather eat the cost than warranty a part. I don't know why. Because I feel like I feel like even the way when I wrote Team Associated, it was basically me more saying, "Hey, guys, your DR10 is messed up. So here's what I found. Here's the videos. Go check them out." Um, but literally, I ordered the parts like what, either that day or the very next day or whatever it was. I can't remember what it was. But it's like that whole warranty process. It's like I don't want to wait on the warranty process. So I'm guessing you probably didn't either. You'd probably rather eat the cost. Riff raff, what are you retracting, brother? Pouring rain over where you are, wilding out? Wilding out. You're northern VA. You don't have the time to do right. Exactly. Take pictures. You take pictures. Like this is. I've never done a scenario, but this is probably the scenario. Send me some pictures. Okay, send you some pictures. Those pictures didn't come through. Can you send me pictures in a different format? Sure. What format do you want? Any format other than what you sent. Okay. Send them another format. Yeah, we didn't get that email. Can you resend it? Okay. Okay, we got that email, but it's not clear enough. Can you zoom in so that we can see the actual problem that has occurred? Okay. Now, if you could, what would be really helpful, can you send us a video of when it happened? Okay. Just I call it rigmarole. The whole rigmarole thing that you have to go through sometimes. I'm assuming. Like I said, I don't think I've ever warranted anything. Have I? I'm just even talking about car stuff. Have I ever had to warranty anything? I don't think I ever have. I don't think I've ever warranted anything. I don't know. I feel like it's a. Maybe if like the whole RC had to be warranted, maybe that's different. If the whole RC had to be warranted, that's a different situation. But if it's just a pot, the stuff is cheap enough, and they know. Come on, of course they know. Of course they're gonna ask for 1,000 pictures. They want a detailed they want a police report. They want it all. You know, they don't want to fork over any money. Oh, wait a minute. No, I did warranty something. Just remembered right now. I warranted a Traxxas fan. That's it. One of the ESC fan I warranted. Now I remember. So yes, I have actually warranted something, but nothing automotive. I haven't warranted anything automotive, at least that I can remember. Yeah, Traxxas Max. When that car first came out with those issues, I think what it was the shock. It was the shock that the fan broke seemingly that easy, seeing what kind of a vehicle it was. And in reality, I think in my mind, I was more along the lines, because I had already looked up like what the fan was going to cost, but I feel like I was more along the lines of, hey, Traxxas, this is broken. What are you going to do? Eric Vale, I like that. Dude, I use that term all the time, pound sand. Why don't you go pound sand? Why don't you go pound sand? That's a riot. That's a good one, and Eric. Dude, even that could be a graphic. Pound sand, or the sand pounder. Eric Vale, the sand pounder. Or actually, Eric Vale pounds. Oh, Eric Pound Sand Vale. You know how they do the quotes for like a fighter. That's awesome, dude. That's right, Cece, Tony. You reminded me right now. I've got to do an unboxing of my timer because, after knowing, I mean, come on, when the guy at the hobby shop, as he's walking out with the box to me, right? Walking out with a box, and he goes, "Hey, just so you know beforehand," like, you know, he's got the strut, and he's like, "Just so you know beforehand, you're gonna spend like 2 hours setting this thing up the first time." And I'm thinking to myself, really? Why? Like, it's just a damn timer. And then, literally seeing Tony. Oh my god. And I think you're not the only one. There was another guy that did. Somebody sent me a link. I think actually Tony. I think it was you that sent me the link to this other guy's channel that showed like the time lapse, or he did like a time lapse of setting up the DTS one. I think it's called the DTS one. Yeah, drag timing sister one. Yeah, system. Did I just say drag timing sister? Drag timing system one, DTS one. Yeah, that was actually a riot. It's almost like you play elevator music. Like, I don't even know. Watch, I'm going to have the Unicorn DTS system. Mine's going to like, I'm just going to press a button. Everything's going to be like, bam, you're all set out of the box. Not the case. We already know that. What do I have to say? Jaguar. RC Masters here. What's going on, man? Ready, set. What is happening? You got lucky on one warranty where the parts were back ordered, but the company had them in stock. Oh, nice, man. Lucky for that. Lorenzo Davis, what's happening, man? You like the way I smash into trees? Dude, it's not intentional, I'm telling you. It's definitely not intentional. And you gotta drive that way sometimes. Just have a blast. I mean, I'll tell you, the camera sees so much more than your eyes see. I mean, your eyes see the whole scope of everything. So the camera, it's like this weird balance. The camera cannot capture what your eyes see. So you do your best to use the cameras to catch what your eyes can't see, I guess, or you show what your eyes can't see. Like when you can slow things down, and let's just say you like had a wreck. Like when what car was it? I think it was the DBXLE. When my DBXLE crashed into, was it the DBXL? Yeah. When my DBXLE crashed into the tree, it just, that obviously that passenger side front or right side front wheel just clipped the tree. But probably because I had been beating it, prior, I was able to slow down the footage enough to see literally the tie rod spinning through the air like this after it broke off, because it broke off from the inside and the outside, and literally to see it spinning in the air in slow motion was actually pretty awesome. Wild and out. You haven't set yours up yet? What, your DTS? And Tony, yours doesn't work? All right, Sean's RC Adventure, man. We'll see you later. Yeah. Oh, so now it is working. You had to do it like 20 times. That's nuts. Well, I'm hoping somehow. I gotta see the video. They were. Those chipmunks were buzzing back and forth. I didn't put out a seed tray, but Sam can probably put out a seed tray. It gets expensive though. It's like $25 for a bag of seed. And those chipmunks will rip through that seed like in minutes. Where, you know, you throw seed in a bird feeder and it lasts for a couple of days. Those chipmunks like put out a good sized plate of seeds and it was gone within minutes. Finally got it bound, but haven't actually tried using it yet. I was too, yeah. Oh. Kind of like, sure you know this, Tony. The frustrations of loading up a video on YouTube. So let's say you start your editing at like, I don't know, 8:30 at night. You do your editing. Maybe the editing takes like, I don't know, like an hour or whatever. And you think, okay, this will be plenty of time. I'll upload it to YouTube and everything will be processed and ready to go before I hit the bed. Meanwhile, it's like now 1:30 and it's still processing at 95%. The heck, man? I've literally at times just walked away. I just said, you know what, forget it. I'm like, I guess I won't be uploading a video. So Cletus McFarland, because he, you know, people obviously jumped on him and hammered him about the fact that he was saying he was going to do a video every single day. So he did that thing where he thought he had enough time to upload his video. He uploaded it and it was like stuck at 95%. I think it was stuck at 95%. Or no, just said processing video. Nah, I don't know. I feel like with all the money YouTube's making, granted, I don't know, but I feel like my attitude is with all the money that YouTube is making, they should start pumping some money back into the service. Like I said, the irritation for me, like obviously one of the things that I do like seeing on these lives, and this isn't for you guys to do super chats or stickers. I like it when the stickers and chats come through because it changes it up. You know what I mean? Obviously, it throws attention on, you know, whatever that was, whatever the person wants that money to go to. But what I don't like is I don't like the massive cut that YouTube takes out of that. It's like, it's point blank. If someone gives me $10, right? That's a lot of money. YouTube takes $3 of that. It's like, why? Because you guys made the sticker? You guys get enough money. Leave other people's money alone. You're already getting advertiser, you know, stuff. Why are you now taking money out of the pockets of the people that are watching the damn your service? God, I feel like it's like this weird like cycle of just sucking money out of you. You know what I mean? I don't mean out of me, I mean out of you guys. I just like, it just doesn't make sense to me. As I go ahead and type in my PayPal account, here you go, you can go ahead and send your oh, you just actually write a PayPal. Right, PayPal. I don't know. It even kind of feels weird to do that because like I had said, there was a guy on here, very, very informative, educated guy from what I could, you know, see, because when he would write a response on my videos, very detailed, to the point kind of information, which was great. And he sent me like a message and he's like, you know, hey, how do I donate? And I'm like, that feels weird for me to direct you on how to donate to something that you don't need to donate to. You know what I mean? It's like, nobody needs to donate nothing. It just felt weird. I know I hit on this before, but it's something that kind of like, I don't know. It's just weird. It's weird. I've said it before. I'm the giver. You know what? I feel like I'm the giver, and people are giving to me. It puts me on this weird seesaw or something. I don't know. The thought and the sentiment is absolutely incredible, but it feels weird though. You know what I mean? But so Cletus McFarland, right? And this is where I say it's absolutely like insane. This guy's got what, 20 million followers, I think, on his channel because it's automotive related, and the stuff that he's doing is awesome content. And that's what gets you there. But when I saw his live stream, he literally, I swear to God, he raked in $1,000. He raked in a damn grand on, because obviously the chats were just going bananas, because it was alive. And it was just like, I'm just sitting there going, holy crap, it was every 5 seconds, there was a sticker, a chat, a buck, a $2, $50, $200. And I'm just like, whoa, are you guys out of your mind? Holy crap. It was just insane. All right, off of that. Yeah, PayPal. I do have a PayPal account. It just feels weird. It feels weird to attach my PayPal account. It feels like I'm begging for money or something. And that's not what it is. So don't think you have to subscribe, or don't think you have to not subscribe to channel. Feel like you have to subscribe to channel. But don't feel like in order to be a subscriber you have to donate, because that's not how it works. If anything, I'm the one that is thankful to you guys for subscribing to the channel, because YouTube is giving me money, or the advertisers are. But I don't like the cut. I don't like that YouTube does that. It just seems uncool. All right, enough of talking about that garbage. Earl Moorhead, what's going on, guy? Wait a minute, so what's going on? Tony, what's going on with YouTube is trying the subscription model, but I'm sure that, what do you mean subscription model? What do you mean by that? I don't understand what that means. RC Mastered, like you said, put a PayPal. It just feels weird. PayPal takes a cut too, but PayPal's probably way less. I'm assuming 2% or something like that. And I know that companies need to make money, and it's not that, but I just feel like YouTube's already making enough. They're making enough, and if anything, they're screwing up more lately. At least that's how I'm looking at it. If the info saves you $400, why not donate $50? Because how do I feel about that? I kind of get that. But that's also a lot of money. The information, all right, so this is the way I look at it. When somebody puts a video out there, right? This is the way I have always looked at it. It's not about any of my automotive videos that I have out there, right? My happiness, when I get those messages of people saying what you just said, Chuck, you just saved me, possibly this chipmunk is right there, looking at me. You possibly saved me, like you said, let's say a $400 trip to the dealership, where it's actually something that I could do myself, because not all car dealerships are stealerships. Some of them are, because the whole point is that whole vicious cycle of they've got to eat too. But the way I've always looked at my content was, initially, I looked at my content as just a help. I have a certain knowledge in here, and if I can help somebody out there say, hey, it's actually not a real hard job. That's also why I put disclaimers in my videos. That I do talk about the whole thing about, you know, auto mechanics, they do need to eat too, blah blah blah. But let's just say your income isn't, you know, good at the time. You can do your own oil change. You can do your own brake job. You can do your own tie rods. But remember, you do your own tie rods, you're gonna have to get, or you change out your struts, you're most likely gonna have to get an alignment. So I put a disclaimer in my video that says you're taking things into your own hands by doing it yourself, but there is a certain amount of satisfaction if it's done right and carefully. The biggest thing, especially when you're working on cars, is safety across the board. We're talking about wearing gloves, wearing eye protection, wearing ear protection if necessary. Not necessarily like a mask kind of stuff, but breaking something during your repair is also a possibility. So let's get into like even the basics of something that Earl came across, I think on his one of the bigger scale cars Earl was working on. I can't remember what it was, but when he was working on it, he came across a reverse thread fastener. Now he uses like one of those light duty impact guns, 1/4-inch drive impact gun, and he knew right away, based upon when he tried to back off the fastener, that it wasn't backing off. So he realized pretty quick, because he is a mechanic by trade, that he realized pretty quick to stop. Like, okay, something's up here. I shouldn't be having this many clicks to get this fastener out. And then he realized, somehow, I can't remember how he realized it, but he realized it was a reverse thread. It has something to do with the fastener color or whatever it was. But either way, same thing with mechanics. You break something, you're going to be responsible for repairing that breakage during the repair. Let's say you snap off a bolt. Let's just say you got a bolt, you're trying to back it out, you actually feel like the bolt is moving, but guess what? It's not. What happened was the head of the bolt was actually compromised. You didn't know, though. So as you're backing it out, you're feeling tension, but you're feeling it loosen, but you're also maybe not listening. You're maybe not feeling what the ratchet or the wrench is feeling like. Because sometimes there's even a feeling. Like, I usually know, based upon the fastener, what it looks like, what it's going into, I can usually tell once I try to what's called break it free. Not all the time, but I can usually tell as I'm trying to back off a fastener whether if it's actually ripping off or if it's coming out. So, you know, I don't even know where I'm going with this. I just lost my train of thought. Either way, my YouTube videos are initially, we're talking about donations. I totally appreciate the donations. Obviously, it helps grow the channel. Obviously, it helps buy parts. Why wouldn't it? I mean, look at like what Tony started. Tony technically started the cow RC fund because he felt bad that, like, it seems like anytime I'm working on something, screws are falling off on the table, off of the table onto the floor, gone forever. That's what I usually say, gone forever, or lost forever. I think I say gone forever. But he was like, dude, just go get yourself a cow RC mat. And he started, like, technically, he started the cow RC fund. So literally, you know, RC Garage is going to have a cow RC mat. It's not like I can't afford it. So don't like twist that up. But there's also going to be recognition on the mat. And that's my way of giving back. Like, who wouldn't want to have their name on something that somebody else displays on their channel? Like when anybody wears like a CCXRC hat, you know, like Tony. When Tony, like, what stuck out to me, and it was because of Foundry's shirt. His graphic is massive. The first day that I saw Tony wear that on one of his live streams, I was like, whoa. I was like, now that's a shirt. Now, you just saw Foundry had a CCXRC hat on. You see me. I've got a Diesel Brothers. They're not feeding any money to me, but because I like their products, you know, this is my favorite hat. Other than, you know, if I'm wearing my Crazy Cooter hat. I just went into this whole big dissertation and I'm on mute, aren't I? I'm on damn mute. Right, see right there, Justin O'Neill, you're rocking your CCX. Right, dude, see? And that is not free advertisement. Yeah, it is free advertisement because you paid for the hat because you liked it enough to want to represent somebody that you like, or a company, or whatever that you like. Obviously, the graphic has to be good too. It can't be a lame graphic. So that's why I'm having a struggle with my logo. I'll probably never be able to come out with a logo because of my struggle of wanting it to be perfect. And maybe I should just realize it shouldn't be. Nothing I do is perfect. Except when I really concentrate on something. And even then, no. That's only my determination of what's perfect. Right. Ready, set. Absolutely. Scruffy Page, what's going on, man? What are you saying? Reverse camera fail on the car? High beam fail on the bike? Oh no! Oh no! Reverse camera fail. None of that stuff is any good. That says fail, right? I think it does. The pollen. Because of the pollen. Pollen's getting all over my screen. Yeah, but Justin O'Neill, that's awesome, man. You rocking CC's hat. That's awesome. You bought 3 of them? Oh, Chuck G, you emailed your logo? That's literally got to be it right there. Nice. Tony, thank you for that. So Tony just emailed his logo. Right there. Now, see, that's perfect because I'll be able to print that up mint. Now, Tony, you definitely, when I cut that graphic out, you definitely want it in pink, right? Oh, what are you doing? Chuck G, right here. Chuck G's logo, right here. There's Chuck G's. CGRC. I like that. That is it. Oh, and that's on is that on a transparent background? Actually, it probably won't matter. All I got to do is change. Actually, I don't think I have to change anything. It will see the outline. Perfect. Absolutely perfect, man. Look at you, Tony. You actually want the CCXRC. You got it, man. I'll put that on there. Oh, wait a minute. Earl, did you get my text message? I think you're right, man. I think you're right because And I only discovered it by creating. All right, so I want to talk about this because Earl's right here. So obviously I've been working on the Jag, right? And I do want to, Tony, like literally just, Tony, dude, you just hammered. Are you serious? You're not serious, right? Are you serious? Do you really want bright pink? You're not serious. There's no way. You're totally messing with me, right? Tony, holy crap, dude. Oh my God, you just killed it. Okay, all right, just making sure, because that would be terrible. Because I just started thinking in my head, I'm like, all right, pink would look weird. So if I double cut, although that would be a good, you know what, Tony? Something that you should think of. You got to think of this right now. Why aren't you doing CCXRC hats in pink for, isn't pink breast care awareness? Dude, right there. Breast care awareness, or it's called breast care, right? Breast cancer, not breast care. Breast cancer awareness, not breast care. Whoops, I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Breast care. I mean, but, yeah. Dude, you should do pink ones. Because then obviously, there are some girls that would rather have pink. Or even like a pink camo. That would sell. Well, I was thinking I could outline it in black. The CCXRC. I mean, I probably won't. I'll just do it in the black because that's probably what you want. But do the CCXRC in the black. But then I had thought, like, I was thinking in my head, if that's really, you really wanted pink, I could do the double cut where the first layer is pink and you overlay that onto the black and it gives it that pop out. But yeah, right. Earl, shh, quiet, don't stop nothing. Oh my God. I know. All right. I messed up, and I knew that was gonna happen. I didn't do it that way on purpose. We gotta chill out. I know. Believe me, I was thinking the same thing. I did fall asleep, but you kept it simple. Right. But so back on that story. Tony, holy crap. Thank you for that, man. That you just literally you call it double dipping, dude. That was a double tap. That was a double tap, man. That was insane, dude. That's for cow. And that's actually, I gotta do the CC logo. That'll be awesome, man. Right, this video is no longer monetizable. Oh well, it is what it is. She blew a drive cup yesterday? That's awesome, man. And that's, it's funny too, is that's how YouTube goes too. YouTube will go nuts on stuff like that. That's why you always have to be careful. I messed up. I worded it wrong. That is what it is. Hopefully it's not offensive. Not now. Keeps wanting me to update settings. It's not for the kids, so it's monetizable. Right. Well, who knows? I don't even know. To get back on that. That picture, obviously, Earl, that I sent you. I only just realized it making the video. When I sent you that photo, I only just realized it right then. I was not seeing the trunk open thing on the dashboard anymore. So maybe there's a fault in the trunk latch sensor, the circuit, the sensor for the trunk latch. Maybe there's a fault in that, because I'm not sure how the trunk senses that it's open. I don't know if there's an actual switch that senses the trunk open, whether be it like a mercury switch or however any of that stuff works. Like obviously, like some cars, there's a little switch that's on the core support that when the hood is open, that little switch becomes an open circuit or closed, however you look at it. Yeah. So just because of editing the video, and that's what's nuts, that's what a camera picked up that I didn't pick up on. As I'm editing a video, I'm looking at the screen, I'm like, trunk open? I'm like, wait a minute, trunk open doesn't show up anymore. So that means, so that is why, it's gotta be why, at least that's gotta be why the shifter interlock is no longer functioning, because the trunk is open. Because now it's not, well, wait a minute, that doesn't make sense either. Oh, wait a minute. Now that it's not showing, it's a Jaguar, it's an electrical nightmare. I'm just gonna chalk it up to that. I don't know what I'm thinking here. All I know is that that's a change. That is a visible change to where now the shift interlock is not functioning. So I gotta take my hedge trimmers and cut that intestine of wires and start over again. That's probably what I have to do. Team Vega. Boom. Team Vega, what is that going to, man? It's a 2-wire little switch. The power is missing somewhere in the system. Right. Yes, Dome Light. Repair that. The switch sensor is in the latch. It's very basic. Yeah. Yeah, very basic, meaning it's a damn micro switch. You do realize I wear glasses, right? And me, I have taken micro switches apart to fix them because I'm cheap. So it's a damn micro switch. Same thing in the Rangers. That like my daughter's Ranger, the door latch, same exact thing. Team Vega, how can I send you my logo? rcguygarage.com. No, rcguygarage.com. rcguygarage@gmail.com. And just send me your logo right there. Ow. Master, did you mean to put that in there? Because something says it's being held for review. I don't know if you meant to put that in there. You gotta let me know. Because I think it's actually saying your real name. And I don't know if you want that on there. Do you? Because I think that's one of those automatic block things. So did you want it on there or no? Because I don't think anybody can see that, right? I think only RC Master, I think only you can see that. But Vega, where did you want that donation to go? You put a donation on there, but you didn't say where you wanted it to go, man. Totally. Okay, so no. Okay. Gold Goose Gaming, what is going on, man? Use your cell phone to blow up the image of the switch. Cell phone alignment. Right. Dude. You have no idea the stuff that I've been trying to do with that vinyl cutter. So before I got because now I have a desk lamp that has a magnifying glass in it with a light. So now I can, pick the graphics like with the tiny little tools that you use to pick out all the bad stuff that you don't want on those graphics that get cut out. I was literally using my phone with its light on video mode without recording. So I would obviously have a timeout. So I'd position the phone, I'd zoom in so I could actually see like the pinprick device thing that pulls out the little pieces of bad vinyl that you don't want on there. It's called weeding. What a pain in the neck that was. Now that I've got that magnifying thing with the light, that works great. That's why I was able to do the graphics a lot better now. Team Vega. Where did Team Vega go? I'm just going to say any. He tossed a bag of cash and ran. I'm going to just say any. Mitchell's RC. Guy, what's going on, man? You're late. We've been on for like 6 hours already. And you know what's funny? My daughter made me breakfast, an hour ago? And I still haven't eaten it. I've eaten some of it. Sam? No, I don't even think she's in there anymore. Pete George, what's going on, guy? Is this your first time here? Oh, okay, so full went up. That's why you weren't responding, so you must have been. Did you email your logo? Now remember, anybody that emails the logo, it's going to be it's a vinyl cut, so it's not going to be a colored cut. It's just going to be a vinyl graphic representation of it. I'm not that technical. So I can do like the basics. Oh, wait a minute, I think you did. Oh, riffraff. That logo actually might be tough. Are you riffraff? If you're able to, because I won't be able to do the color, the colored background. You have like flames in the background, riffraff. But if you can tell me what that font is, or if you can just send me just the riffraff's RC, or just tell me what the font is, I could recreate the font to make it easier to cut. The vinyl cutter won't like that. I already know that. It won't like the double-edged thing. It'll want to cut only. It won't read it, actually. You know what it will read? It will read the white and nothing else. So it'll look like a weird outline. It's rcguygarage at gmail.com. I should somehow... I'm not able to, like, punch it in here. Am I? Right, the silhouette thing. Right. It's Cameo 4. I liked it because it had the Bluetooth. so you could use less wires. It's still connected to my computer. You know why? I don't know what I was thinking. I was just thinking like I could just do a send and go, like send it and then just walk away and have the thing do it automatically. But I literally, because I'm figuring out settings, different mill thicknesses of paper. Well, not papers, but the vinyl, because I didn't realize the vinyls were all like a crazy different like thicknesses and force pressures and all this other stuff. But so I end up sitting there and making sure that it's actually cutting. So it's still connected by a wire. Now it's on my desk where there's literally almost no room anyway. I don't know. It's just the way it always works for me. It just, I don't know. And it had nothing to do with reading no instructions either. I didn't have to read any instructions. It's just a cutter. I just set it up, just plug it in the USB and just rip it. And it was ripping through vinyl and messing up, and I figured out force. Because I knew you had to like adjust force. I sometimes just know enough basics that I'm able to just point blank just get by with the basics of just seeing something, you know? And then you just basically, I like to figure it out on my own, you know? Although I did email the company because the tack paper that they sent me, the tack paper is actually garbage. So I emailed them, just said, hey, just want to let you know your tack paper is garbage. And, yeah. Big Mac, what's going on, guy? Ready, set. Holy crap, dude. Next project. You got it, man. Actually, I got names now that have to go on this car now. We have new names going on this car. We've got 1, 2, 3. Did I write? I hope I wrote somebody's name right. These stay in here, right? Yeah, they do. Or maybe they don't. Wait a minute. Yeah, they do. Okay. No, actually, the chat does disappear. Oh, crap. All right, John G. I had to have written your name down correct, I'm assuming. I hope I wrote your name down right. I think it's just John G. Garbage. I know. G-A-H-B-I-G-E. Garbage. Pete George. You know off subject what? Pete George. Building Tamaya Trans to build trucks anyway. Is that what you're saying? I wrote it above in the chat. What did you write above in the chat, RC Master? What am I missing here? Heat up that food with a new heat gun? My coffee's cold. My meal's cold. Your email. Oh, right. Thank you. But riffraff, if you're able to... Okay, a solid version, right. That would be perfect. If you're able to do it Either or. If you do a black background with white lettering or the opposite, either way works. The machine likes, sorry. The machine also likes a crisp letter. So, you know, sometimes when you zoom into something, it doesn't stay crisp. For some reason, this machine can recognize that. And I realized that because this machine, like what I showed you on this thing right here, this machine can cut the antenna. Look at the antenna on that Super B, on the B. Ah, you can't see it. Do you see the antenna on that B? So that's why this machine needs a crisp like letter. So if it's something that if you zoom in and it fuzzes out, the machine won't like it. And I learned that pretty quick. Because what it does is it just does some like weird like craziness. And what it does is it tries to make the cutter do like all these like weirdnesses around the letters. And I was just like, oh, it's not gonna work. What the hell is it doing? I thought the thing was having a seizure. So I thought I was ripping the DR10 today. Reckless didn't have what I needed, which that stinks. He's having a hard time getting his Pro Line stuff in. So he's working on it, but just like everybody else. And I thought my parts were coming in today. They were supposed to. Well, I shouldn't say they were supposed to, but yesterday when I checked where the shipment progress from Team Associated was, it said it was in Chelmsford, Mass, which is literally like 40 miles away from where I am right now. Well, it's probably more than 40. Actually, okay, Google, how far away is Chelmsford, Mass?
You are 83.5 miles away from Chelmsford.
Ah, okay, a little bit longer than that. Twice the miles. It's like 83.5 miles away is where I am. So I can always turn those so they face my lawn. My neighbor's got his sprinklers going. Just about right, too. I got to fire up my system. I got to cut my lawn today. I got to cut the front entrance to my neighborhood. I got to do that. And then, yeah. But I was hoping to rip the DR10 today, but I'm not going to rip it. What I don't want to do is I don't want to chance wrecking the car beyond what it needs to. I know I've been off-road with it, and it could probably handle it. But because I want to take the tires, what's left of them, and throw them on Drag Bug. So Drag Bug right now will at least have more of a proper set of tires on there than trying to run like double rims. The double rim thing just was not working out. I think it was just too much rotational weight. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking happened. So. Oh, Chuck G, you're taking off, man. All right, so it's Chuck G RC. All right, cool. Because obviously there's going to be, not only is it Chuck G, like your name, but I want to make sure that it's, I don't know why I didn't write down RC. But obviously the logo is different than the actual spelled out name. You know what's actually cool? Well, it's funny too. Hybrid has been kind of non-existent on the channel for a while, on the YouTube, and I posted that Jaguar video, and I'm not surprised that got his attention. Because he's into cars too. He's into boats. When I say a boat, I mean a car. He's into like the Broms, stuff like that. And when I posted the video of the Jaguar, he jumped right on it. And that was cool. I'm glad that he's doing all right. It's funny, you start to get to, you hope everybody's doing all right. But what happens is when you start to have like a consistent, like right now, they're missing people from this stream right now. Where's Voodoo trucking? Well, he's probably trucking. Where's Jerry VRC? Jerry VRC is probably asleep right now because of the medication that he's on. He's been popping in and out, but he hasn't been present for the live streams. But as far as I know, he's still doing all right. He's just kind of maybe hanging out in the background. Maybe. Yeah, look at Justin O'Neill. East Coast for Team Vega. That's funny. Did I get your email? Check right now. Yes, sir, I did. Right. So the one that's the wheel, right? So this is what I'm talking about. This is what the thing doesn't like. See how the one that's the wheel, when I zoom in on it, how it's fuzzy, the machine will recognize that fuzz as part of the graphic, and it won't cut it out. But I think the other one that you sent, this one also is pixelated. See how it's pixelated? I can try it. Like this Team Vega one, maybe. But I can already see the issues. So what will happen, right? And this is just from my limited knowledge of working with this machine. Now I showed you how it will cut the antenna for the B, right? For the Super B on that logo. But that's because that antenna is so crisply defined. When you get to like that section right there on your M, it won't see the line properly. It will actually try to do like jagged little things, and it won't cut right. So it might be different for printing versus cutting, at least for me. What? Who? Jerry? Jerry VRC? Yeah. Also, Gus is also not feeling the greatest too, so don't forget to give Gus's channel a little look. He's not feeling the greatest either, so. Super B has a big wing on it. Are you thinking about the Super Bird, Pete George? The Super Bird has a big wing. Yeah, let me show you. Actually, you could look up probably faster than I can show you. Super B.
According to Wikipedia, the Dodge Super B is a muscle car marketed by Dodge that was produced for the 1968 through 1971 model years.
Right there. Ah! Just show me the damn picture. So that's why I'm calling this a Super B. Because you know, without licensing, that is what this car is. Super Bird, which that's actually the car that I wanted. I wish you know that they will never release that as, at least I don't think they would ever release that as a car that, you know, people could do a model of. So Super Bird, the Super Bird is the one with the massive rear wing and the extension on the nose. Right here. Just show me pictures, will you? The Plymouth Superbird. Oh. Usually the picture of the little Roadrunner on it. I know. RC Master, I just can't. This is now made like 2 hours ago. Flies have been all over it. Choking to death here. Yeah, I know, with riffraff too, man. Oh, good. Solid lettering. Ah, dude, that's actually... Wait a minute. There you go, Riff. Now, see, that's more like it. It is still a little fuzzy, but because the edges are rounded, I think it might be all right. See when you zoom into that one? See how it looks more crisp? I think it will actually like that graphic. And then I just got one from 3D RC. What is that? Is that just your logo? Just a plus sign? It's probably oh, right. Okay, I see it. Yeah, see? Can't load image. I'll be able to figure that one out. I should be able to save the PNG, open it up, probably in PixArt. I think I can actually open that in PixArt, and it should show. Let's see. Let's see. Where did it go? I just saved it. Where did it go? There we go. Logo, PNG, 3D RC. And I should be able to... I gotta go... PixArt's been really a pill lately. They're trying to figure out how to make it so that you cannot do the stuff that I do. So I send it to myself. Then I can take it out of the email, save it as a picture, and then open it in... I think that's how it worked, right? There we go. Downloads. So I'm able to like download it and then like wait till you see, like, check this out. I've been messing with stuff because obviously, you know, that's where I got the Super B graphic from, right? Then, if people know certain things, right there, right? Come on. You guys know why. So what I did is I grayscaled it, so hopefully it will read it better. And I'm going to try and clarify it to turn it black or increase the contrast. Hopefully it'll work out. And then here's another one. Who knows this logo right here? Anybody familiar with this logo right here? You better be. Come on. This is iconic. If this literally could be my screensaver on my phone, look at how perfect that is. Who doesn't know this name right here? Come on, look at that. That actually looks good on the phone, doesn't it? That would be a mint screensaver. Right. Pep Boys, get out of here, guy. Pep Boys. Maybe back in, you know, maybe now, not back in the day. Those were the wheels you wanted to have, man. That and, was it Anson? I think Anson was the wheel manufacturer. If you wanted the aluminum slotted wheels, I think Anson was the manufacturer, the one that you wanted. I think. I'm going back a couple of years here for that. But I think Anson, yeah, Keystone Classics, yeah, Keystone wheels, but the Kraggers. Kragger wheels, like, if somebody doesn't know Kragger wheels, like, something wrong with you. Right. Oh, Jesus. Dayton wheels? The Dayton, like, 500 spoke wheels? Gold-plated? I was never into wire wheels. Oh. But when I hear the name Dayton, that's all I think about. I think about Lowrider, Snoop Dogg. You know what I mean? Dayton 100 wires, man. Yeah, I've never been into wire wheels. Dude, go clean a... Sorry, spitting food everywhere. Go clean a wire wheel. Then tell me how you're doing. Go clean a wire wheel that has, like, I don't know, 2 years, 3 years worth of brake dust on it. Then tell me how you're feeling about trying to clean those wire wheels. Only on 24s? Yeah, centerlines, right. Centerline weld. You know, that's when you're getting into all the wheels. But Kragger is like, for me, Kragger is just that iconic name. Like, you know, I mean, I think I used to have an advertisement that was on, I think, a Nicky Camaro that actually was an advertisement for Kragger wheels on a Nicky Camaro. Oh, I used to love the knockoffs. Oh, the spinners. The spinners are awesome. I love spinner wheels. Not wheels that spin, the tri-spoke spinners. Love those. Right. Hooker headers, here we go. We're right onto it, dude. Dude, totally. I'm telling you, you have no idea. You have no idea the thoughts in my head. I have got just some, and I hope they work. Like I said, not every thought that's in here, not every thought is plausible. Not every thought works, but man, I do give it a good shot. I will give it like a good shot. Here, wait, Mac, I'll come back. I'll come back. So a couple of things that I've been working on, right? And I'll share them with you right now. Because obviously I wanna semi-small scale stuff, right? But I want that realism. You know, to drag race because of this car, right? For me, just because of this car, what it represents my first Mopar, because I actually don't own a Mopar. Eventually, I would like to own one specific Mopar, one specific year. But that is just my own personal, like, thing that might be an eventuality someday. But you know, like obviously, like I've already got these stickers. So obviously on the small scale, that works perfect. So these stickers will actually be able to go on the car, no problem. You know, you got like stuff like stable. I'm not gonna put stuff like that on there. And then what I can't find is my like even these stickers. Those stickers can go on there. The jegs, I'll throw those on there because they're small scale. I wish they were a little bit smaller. You know, you got Pirelli, you got Valvoline, you got Autolite. I got the small Valvoline. I bet you didn't know. I bet you don't know this guy. Huh? Huh? This guy right here? Who's that? And of course you got this. I can't find any small scale stickers yet like this. They probably do already make them. But what I realized is the scanner picks up on this very well. So I am able to scale like a sticker like that down. Now the only issue is obviously there's one red block on the top, so that would be that double cut of, you know, a vinyl material. And then, of course, because we were kind of already on the subject, right there. Now, for me, right now, trying to cut that out, that's a little bit too, that's right now, at this point in time, this is beyond my technology for myself. For me, I feel like that would take forever to try to, and I would keep it the pink. To try to keep that exact graphic the way it is, I'll probably have to end up doing a single color. You know what I mean? That's probably just how I'll have to do it. But there's no fuzziness, you know, on these, like, you know, graphics. I probably won't do Bilstein. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like it's right. You know, obviously Simpson, Pirelli. I got that. Autolite in the orange, but it's too big. And then I think that's it. Yeah. So then obviously, you know, like manufacturers like Moroso, same thing. There's just so many graphics that I'm realizing that right now with that vinyl cutter, I will be able to scale that down and turn it into a vinyl graphic that I can actually apply onto a vehicle. And it might be cheaper to just go ahead and buy the sticker, but I don't know if they make it, you know what I mean, that small. They who knows, maybe they do, I don't know. I haven't explored the option. But I think what happens is that I like that. I also like that challenge of maybe being able to create my own stickers. Maybe somehow even modify things, you know? But yeah, because every sticker is worth what? How many kV is a sticker worth? How many revolutions per minute is a sticker worth? So Eric Vale, you're saying to laser print on decal paper. Is laser print waterproof? I didn't even think of that. Laser print on decal paper. Ah, Pete George, you are literally talking the right language right there, dude. A 69 CUDA. Oh. Pete George, man. I like the sound of that. The Traxxas sticker sheet has small Simpson, Holly, and Excel. Huh. Like even what does anybody know the name Mallory? Hooker headers, right? All right, so they already do have that stuff. Check the Traxxas sticker pack. It has Holly, Simpson, Excel, hooker headers, K&N. All right, I will check that out then. That's a good idea. They make a clear over sheet to waterproof. Really, dude? I gotta look into that. Now here's a question. Now I'm jumping into territory I don't know. What is a good laser printer? Does anybody know that? That's probably a tough question to answer. Actually, I probably ask Google. Hey Google, what's a good laser printer? Hey Google, what is a good laser printer?
Here's a summary from Wirecutter. The best laser printer. Our pick. Budget pick. Also great. An upgrade pick.
What? So the HP Color Laser Jet Pro is the best one. At least that's what Google says. What was that? HP? HP Color Laser Jet Pro. $255. Not the price. The price is probably. It's probably. I don't even want to see the price. Yeah, $300. Holy crap. But they have clear over sheets. You use your inkjet, buy printable vinyl, then you can have it print with marks your cutter can read, and then cut out your vinyl stickers. Then you can put the clear on. Sounds like it's asking for trouble trying to overlay a clear onto a decal, isn't it? Because how do you overlay a clear onto a cutout? So let's say like you cut out your CCXRC, right? If you literally just cut the whole thing out on the things, how do you overlay a clear onto that? Would it have to be like a circle or? Yes, I do own a Traxxas. I have a UDR. I have the Traxxas Max. But I don't think they came with stickers, though. Traxxas isn't like that, right? Traxxas isn't going to give you something for free. You got to go there and buy that. Pete George, your comments being held for review. You overlay the clear. Oh, okay. Overlay the clear before cutting. But then now you're messing with even more like cutting force and all that other stuff. Sounds good though. Oh, you set the depth of... Never mind. Well, honestly, I just clear coat it with a spray. Oh, that's a good idea. But do they make a flexible clear coat? Traxxas has stickers in their owner's manual for the slash only. Nice. They also make a printable vinyl that burns the color under the clear, but more dollars. Just lightly dust them with... I'm liking this. I'm liking these ideas, man. Thank you very much for this. So, Tony, you're saying to get... It's Tony and... Bandit, right? Mallory is your cat. Right, right. See, Earl knows Mallory. It's the mail truck. Does he have anything good? Probably not. Nope. No packages. He ain't stopping. That's like... That's two today. So we had UPS come by, nothing. We got the mail truck come by and probably just drop off bills. Can you just write return to sender on bills? Return to sender. Oh my god. You'll send me a set, you have 20? Yeah, dude, I bet you have 20. Actually, if you're serious, that would be pretty cool. They also have a printable... Right, okay, so that's right. All right. These are some good ideas, man. So, John Wick, you've been doing decals for years? The way Tony does? Okay. Right. Dude, I love that. Bandit and John. Right. Bill's undelivered. Bill? Who's Bill? Why do I keep getting his mail? Right. Dude, you can have just such a riot. You can have such a riot with us. Bill? There's no Bill here. I write the IRS bills return to sender. There you go. Right, but they come back double. They come back with a sheriff. How's that grass feel? Well, because you're walking barefoot. I know. Anything good?
Literally just this.
Just junk?
Just this one thing.
What?
It's
Let me see. Oh, let me see. So this is all we get. Bunch of garbage. You know, those fake advertisement things, whatever they are. That's it. No car parts. No nothing. Thank you. You can't stand Bill? Yeah, I can't stand Bill either. I like that. Who is Bill? Why do I keep getting his stuff? Earl, dude, Earl, you always have cool stuff coming, man. You're killing me, guy. Earl's gonna be doing a got some cool stuff coming video coming up soon. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to see what Earl's got. Aren't those clouds actually pretty cool? It almost says RC in reverse. It's like it says CR. I don't know. If not, you're doing... Right. Any advice on building an RC track in the woods? Any advice? Don't do it. Don't do it. The only issue, obviously, you're going to have is you'll have sight issues unless you've cleared out a good section. Unless you're doing like a crawler course, and that's different. Doing a crawler course, it's way different. But I wouldn't recommend doing anything near trees because the trees literally always jump out in front of you. So unless you want to buy pots 24/7 because you want to run in your backyard track with trees, yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. Unless you do what Tony did, just go in with a little cat track machine and just rip everything out. He's bulldozed over his house. Should have seen Tony. He went nuts, man. He like bulldozed over his whole garage and everything just to create more track. Right. Right, Tony. Yep. Clear all the trees and bring in the dirt. Garage? House? Who needs that? NorCal, what's going on, guy? Yeah, but where was I here? What's up with the restaurant giving you a check you can't cash? I know, huh? Earl likes to throw those little tidbits out. Yeah, I got some cool stuff coming. Now, Earl's got some surprises coming for his channel, man. Watch out for Earl Moorhead. What does what have to do with the DR10? What does my whole channel have to do with the DR10? The DR10 is right there, brother. There it is. You want me to just keep it like that? What does this have to do with the DR10? I don't know. The fact that the DR10 is sitting here on the table, and we were talking about it initially. And we're waiting for parts. We got DR10 parts sitting right in this box right here. But what happens on the live when you title it something that it ended up turning out not to be, it's because somebody changes the subject or somebody asks a question, or you know how it goes, man. It's kind of like if you're having a conversations with your buds. You'll be talking about one thing and then you get onto another conversation like 3 hours later, you know what I mean? You end up talking about something else. We even were talking about stickers and laser printers and how to overlay vinyl graphics to make things look cool, you know? Like the same thing, like what does Autolite have anything to do with the DR10? The color of the sticker matches the car. That's about it. We're just having a blast, man. Come and join the fun. Dude, Earl has conspiracy stuff. He actually does. Yeah. I say Tony should see if he can do an interview with Earl Moorhead. That right there would be a good move on your part, Tony. Do an interview with Earl Moorhead. You won't regret it in more than one way. It'll drive traffic to your channel, as you already know, and it will help Earl out. Right, NorCal. Conversation happens. David, did you take off or are you still here? time on one of these lives? Because the intent is always to talk about, like, see here. The intent is to always talk about what the title is, but it usually just doesn't work out that way because it's a live and people talk. Or at least I talk. Tony makes you nervous. Tony has a way of prying into your life, making you say things that you would never say. That's almost like that guy's voiceover for your channel. CCXRC. What? I can't even remember how that goes. Something like, here's your master or something like that. I forget what it says. I just laugh at it. It is funny. It's such a good way to be able to have, like, you know, like a pre-opener so that people aren't bored. That's like why a couple of times I've started the stream, because I don't know on these lives what you guys see, because obviously I'm trying to set up for the stream. And when I say it's at, let's just say I said what? I said today was 9:45, right? So people would pop on at 9:30. What do you guys actually see? Do you guys see a black screen? Or do you see like the thumbnail? Or do you have to sit there through an ad? I don't even know. Right, the Ascent. Right. That is what yeah, right. The Essentials. I forgot I even named it this. That's funny. What does this have to do with the DR10? Because I think didn't I do it in the description? Right. Parts coming today. So that's what it was about. That's what it was. So David saw it said, COVID and coffee, is this essential? And that kind of covers, the title kind of covers the broad range of communications that we have on these lives. But then the description, I was a little too over detailed, and I said, checking in on the TEAM Associated DR10s, and I did. So I covered it. It's just, I just didn't cover it for 3 hours. I'm sorry, guy. It's still a good channel, David. If you're still here, David, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We're all just a bunch of people having a good time here. That's all it's about. Get your Dakota rings right. Right. It's an RC conspiracy, but we're on your side, cracking the RC. Dude, I love it. I think it's a riot, dude. Now you can read it. Right, in my best voice. I can't do that. I'm not a smoker. If I was a smoker, maybe I could do that, but I ain't a smoker, man. I ain't got that raspy voice. David, where'd you go, guy? Did you just jump in and leave? David! Guy! You can't just come in and just walk away. Oh, wait a minute. There's a Wade here, too. I'm missing people. Wade, what's going on, guy? Oh, you're the one that I answered the... Never mind. Sorry, Wade. Sorry, David. Who else do I have to say sorry to here? I'll say sorry to everybody. Sorry. Sorry, my channel's garbage. I don't talk about anything that I write. I even talk too much. So if I talk too much, how do you do a live? Do I literally just go like this? Is that what and it's doing the slow pan again. So literally, if I do a live, because I've been told that I talk too much, am I supposed to just do that? Let it do a slow pan? Literally, I think. Actually, the guy was more kind than the other guy that told me I talk too much. But it was on the same damn car. It was on the DBXLE when I took it out. I think I titled it DBXLE first bash and blast, or first rip and blast, or something like that. But it's the DBXLE video that's got like, you know, it's got a couple views on it. And apparently I talk too much. But I responded in the right way, and I just said something along the lines of, Sorry, that's not going to happen. That's just, this is just the way my channel is. I talk. And thank you for at least the positive in your comment. And then you just hit send. Because, like, literally, it's just like, sometimes you have to just let it go because you realize there are people out there that are called button pushers. Because there's literally nothing you can technically do about them pushing buttons on the keyboard. And you just let it go. You just realize it ain't nothing. Do things bug me? I'm human, man. I'm just a regular guy. I'm a regular guy having fun, hanging out with all my buds right here. That's all it is. All you guys are my buds now. We're all over my house. Just like I said, my refrigerator's not being raided. But I wouldn't not share though. We'd get some chips, get some hot dogs, hamburgers, throw them on the grill. I'm gonna make everybody hungry right now. I should start doing a live. Break open the grill, throw the dogs, the chicken, the hamburgers on there, put the buns on the top rack, have like a cooler, Coke, ginger ale, beer, whatever you want on there. A couple people might like wine coolers, I don't know. What else? Anybody getting hungry? Anybody getting thirsty right now? What does that have to do with the DR10? Nothing, because after we're done eating and drinking, we can go rip the DR10. That's what it has to do with. Right. Wilding out. You grilled out? All right, later, master. Didn't even see you were taking off, man. Can I turn it to its natural position? It is. Well, actually, no, it's not, is it? It is kind of turned to a natural position. You didn't catch that, did you? Look at the front wheel. What's the front wheel doing? The front wheel's correcting. Oh my gosh. Yeah, like I said, this is what I like about. This is what I like about it. It's fun, man. I gotta tell you though, sometimes it's for me, it's getting tough in a way to start a live stream. And I know that sounds weird, but what happens is because I've been so focused on the DR10, I keep thinking to myself, like I have the intent, like literally you guys don't get it, right? Throw my glasses on so I can see here. So I've got this box right here, okay? So this box has DR10 parts and things that I intend to go on the car. So I've got my digital, here we go, slow pan. Gotta give it a crank. So we'll go like that. Dude, what do those wind chimes have to do with the DR10? It's soothing, just like ripping a drag car. Ripping your drag car is actually soothing. And I'm going to touch on something that I think is funny, Tony. If you're still here, Tony, you did literally exactly in your video what I did. You copycat. No, I mean, it's like, what's awesome is that you, Tony, you're an RC guy. You got sucked in to the DR10, meaning when you said right on video, I heard it just like I said it myself. I was like, I'm just going to get this one last rip. And then what did you do, Tony? You're like, I'm just going to get this one last, I forget how you said it. You either said, I'm just want to get this one last hit, rip or run or whatever you said. But what did you end up doing? You couldn't walk away. And that's what I think I'm trying to get people to understand about the DR10. There are a lot of people being negative. I'll talk about the DR10 all day because it is point blank, unless some other manufacturer this year comes out with the best RC ever created in 2020. For me, Team Associated hit it out of the park with the concept of the RTR for a drag race vehicle, because it has sucked me in so hard that I'm being, other than working on the Jag, I'm being like a horse with its blinders on right now. I'm not seeing anything else. Somebody had mentioned something about my Kaiju or the Kaiju. They asked what sway bars am I running on my Kaiju, and I said doesn't have sway bars on it because as of right now there are no sway bars I think available for it. But they asked what weight oil it was, and I actually couldn't remember. So I went downstairs, checked my sheet, and I realized, oh, Kaiju, I never changed the oil, so it's stock fluid. But what it did was it made me go downstairs, and I'm looking at the Kaiju going, there's absolutely nothing wrong with this. Why am I not ripping it? Why am I not ripping it? I'm not ripping it because of the DR10. So, for a guy like me, who has that, or has always had that desire about drag racing, and yes, I have wanted to drag race for real, but I also realize, number one, I don't have the time for it. And I know you can always make time. Number two, I don't have the money to drag race. And the RC at least gives you that little taste of like what Tony probably felt. He was hitting it. The car was going, and he needed to see a couple more. I mean, granted, I think he only did 2 more times or 3 more times where I did like 9, 12, a half hour more of ripping it back and forth, but that's because it sucked me in. So if you haven't got a DR10, or like Earl says, a Traxxas Slash and convert it, or whatever, RJ Speed, whoever else makes, a drag race vehicle. I'm just saying the RTR because it's gonna need some adjustments, and it's gonna make you think. It might get you frustrated. It's gonna teach you. It's teaching me. I'm no RC god. I'm no god of nothing. But I am point blank sucked in, having a blast. I can smell the live now. Why, is somebody doing a burnout in your neighborhood? Everything tastes better on the grill, right? The DR Mystery Machine. There you go. Dude, that's perfect. Damn, that box is getting full. It's actually, well, no. So, yeah, let me show you the box. It's actually not full. I mean, it has the appearance of being full, but it's full of just garbage. So, my caliper's in there. My gram scale's in there. So the only parts that are in here, that return thing is in there, which I don't need. It's got like scissors and stupid stuff that don't belong in there. But I'll actually lay out right now what I've got for Team Associated Parts right now, just so you can see what I've got. The tires are still downstairs, but I do have them. So this is what I've got for Team Associated, and I'll explain what's going on here. See, this is like all empty. This actually needs to get returned. I was trying to see if I could use this for the DR10, but this actually doesn't work. So I was trying to figure out a sway bar for the DR10. And that's the other thing too, because nothing is available. So we've got that. We got that. We got that. Am I already missing the pieces out of there? No. We got that. This is the spool. So basically I put everything that was going into the locker for the car. And the only thing I'm literally waiting on is I'm waiting for my tires and wheels. That's the only reason why this project is on a hold. I even got the gear that doesn't go in here and there. That's the leftover piece. These are the shocks. These are the shocks that I think I want to try on this thing. So we have longer shocks for the rear. I don't know why, just because. Shorter shocks to the front. I don't know why, just because. I might switch it around. It all depends upon how I'm feeling. But obviously, these are takeoffs of a Habao, but these shocks are seemingly a very good quality. I mean, look at the shock shaft. Nice thick shock shaft on there. But these are Habao takeoffs. I want to throw those on the DR10. I thought about putting Pro lines on, but number one, I don't know exactly what to get. That's the other negative too, right? When you're point blank, I just want to stand up for a little bit. When you're point blank buying stuff off of the internet, right? Here's your biggest, at least for me, this is my biggest dilemma. When I was a kid and I was going to the hobby store, or when I was younger and I was going to, let's say, Western Automotive Performance, or when I was getting parts for my Camaro or whatever, you walk into the brick and mortar store, you got the part, literally, you got the part in your hand. And let's just say you've got a takeoff part. You know what I mean? You can compare it. You can see what's going to fit. I'm being that visual kind of, learner or visual kind of individual that I am. That's why I wanted to talk about start measuring specs on parts. So like, let's just say you're taking something apart, right? And I know this probably makes no sense, and I haven't figured out how to put this in like a category. I don't even know how to do it. It's almost like you have to create like a website. But let's say different suspension arms. So let's say you want to know, like, will this Traxxas suspension arm fit on this Arma? Or will this, and then if you know that, let's just say RPM says they make a part for a specific vehicle, but they don't make it for the other vehicle. What would be awesome to know is, can I take that RPM better quality part and can I put it on this vehicle even though it's not slated as being made for? You know what I mean? Like, with maybe even the slightest amount of modification, maybe you could take a file and just file off a little bit of the width of the pin, the pin, but the little, the hinge part of the pin. Like, let's just say you could just file off just a touch so that you knew that it was going to fit on the other vehicle. Those are like so many things that I've got going on in my head that I want to try to do. And like somebody like Earl, actually, he'd probably have to sit down for days considering the parts that he has. Probably the same thing with Tony. Depending upon who's got, obviously the most amount of parts. So my thought has been, if you're taking off a part, take out your digital caliper and start measuring stuff for people. Measure arm length, pin to pin. Measure end to end. Measure width at the pin. Measure width at the hub. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's just like, because I was getting frustrated with this DR10. And like, what I was getting frustrated with this piece right here. Reason being is because this is what affects tow on the vehicle. Now, somebody actually sent me either an email, a Facebook, or a message on YouTube. And I haven't even had a chance to read it yet, but literally the person's talking about tow. So now I got to see what the person's saying about tow. That, again, like I keep saying, that being said, like some people say that, for myself, I want the rear end of my DR10 to be straight. I don't want any tow in it. That's just it's what my own experience is coming across with this vehicle. And realizing that so far there is no purchased piece that actually does what I'm wanting to do. That's the frustration. But that's also where the creativity of other people, you guys, also comes into play. You can hear that I'm freaking out because Team Associated doesn't even make a piece, which they could very easily do. They already make this part right here. So this is the D block. So I did get the D block. I did get the C block. I thought the C block was going to work. The C block worked only because I took the little pieces and I filed them. So they go in only a specific way. So they either only go in this way or 180 and go in that way. They don't go this way. So you can't turn the piece 90, which they should have done. They could have done it. So what I ended up doing is I ended up filing it. And you have to be very careful when you're filing those pieces because, number one, the kind of plastic that it is, because it does have, I lose my train of thought on what things are called. So a flange. It's got like a flange on it. So the flange goes up against a certain section in that piece. It has to push in enough in order to not have binding on the arm. So if it has binding on the arm, then you're now filing the arm. Do you know what I mean? It's like when sometimes you want the easy. You want Team Associated to make these parts right here. Like, come on, Team Associated. You already made this and this. Why don't you just make it so that the rear end can be straight? But maybe because I'm not, an RC god, I'm not a designer, I'm not a tech, maybe for some reason there is a reason why they have toe designed in these vehicles. Yeah, for off-road going straight-ish. But not for street. Right now, every single time that DR10 rips it down the street, that rear end is unnecessarily wearing its tires. Totally unnecessarily. And I think that's an irritant to me because you're also going to get a certain amount of uneven wear. It's, you know what I mean? Like, all right, I'm done. I'm done blabbing. I want what I want. And I know I'm not going to get it. Somehow I'm going to have to figure it out. I had to stand up for a little bit because I'm also that kind of person. I can't sit forever. I hate sitting. But the box has stuff in it that is waste still because I'm keeping all the tags for now, just in case somebody wants to know, even the bags I'm keeping, my breath mints I'm keeping in there, my shock oil I'm keeping in there, the break off plastic I'm keeping in there, the instructions that I never read I'm keeping in there. So it's not that I'm slacking, it's point blank that I cannot move forward properly with the DR10 in its current configuration, only just because of my tires and wheel situation. I have the tires, I just don't have the wheels. And I'm not going to boil those ones off like Earl does, or heat them up like Tony did, only because it's not necessary. I just have to have the patience. So, but these need to go back to Reckless. These are going to get installed, but these are going to get installed on the DR10 full mod. So my next series on the DR10 is going to be called DR10 full mod or going full mod. That basically means stripping the DR10 of everything but the transmission and its steering components and its shock towers and stuff like that. Although I do have the intent to try to either 3D print a new shock tower adapter. I don't know if I've got the ability to be able to do that. Somebody else out here probably has a much better, keener ability than I do. But the DR10, that next series for the DR10 is going to be called the DR10 full mod, or whatever I called it. And that's when I throw in the locker. That's when I'm throwing in the all metal gears, getting rid of the plastics, throwing 200S into it. And that's also why I've got this, which I got to get a bearing set too. I was dumb when I ordered this. I should have just, like what Earl does, right? So Earl orders things right. I order things wrong. I, in my head, am ordering the parts piece by piece based upon minimalistically what I think I need. You know, where Earl is going out there and spending 10K on parts, I'm not gonna do that at this point in time. But his way of ordering definitely saves him in the long run, in a sense, because what am I doing? I'm sitting on a transmission and I can't put any parts in because I don't have damn bearings and I don't have the input shaft. I probably should have bought a full transmission. I bought a full transmission almost in parts, but yeah. And the shims are in there. This I actually wanted to modify. This is the factory piece, the factory D block. C block, sorry. This is the factory C block. This is the one I actually wanted to modify. I don't know if I'd be able to do it right. Could probably fill in the holes with maybe an epoxy, but I basically got to re-drill it right outside of where the hole is, and I'd probably screw it up. So, pinions. Pinions are in there. 2 smaller pinions. That's got to go away. So it's not that I'm dragging my feet. It's not that I'm slacking. It's just, you know, sometimes, yeah, I mean, for me and my channel probably won't do great until I start taking those risks, until I start spending like, you know, $1,000 each hit on parts. It's just, it's not there yet. Getting there. I'm working on it. Gavin, what's going on, man? I'm just getting into the chat after I just talked for half an hour. Sorry about that. Yeah. You can look at that. You don't have to look at me. Well, Earl said that I should be having the camera sideways, right? That way it looks more appropriate. Right, wild and out. I like what you're saying right there. The DR10 in itself makes you, I think somebody called it the head scratcher. Nicknamed it the head scratcher. I forget who said that. I think I wrote it down. Pretty sure I wrote it down. I thought I wrote that down. Somebody called it the head scratcher. Maybe I didn't. Well, somebody called it the head scratcher. I can't remember who it was. Anyways. Wild and out, your DR10 is going straight as an arrow. That is awesome, man. Right, so Tony, right there, you're saying he was hooked the first rip, and that's what's so awesome about it, man. That's why I'm telling you guys, it's short money to get this DR10. It really is. Considering what we all pay for RCs, that's short money. Just like right, NorCal, I believe you right there. See, barbecue's name's making me hungry. Yeah, right. You cut them out. That's awesome. Right. Saving the tires, Tony, right. Pete George, thank you, sir, for saying that. Jack of all trades, master of none. Absolutely. That is my middle name. Master of nothing. But I'm okay with that. Dude, I love that. Riff Raff, you calling the DR10 Scooby because of its mystery. It's a mystery machine. Well, Earl's calling it the missing link because you can't figure out what's gonna link this thing up to go like straight and fast. Earl's 4, yeah, right. Earl's 4S right now, yeah, or at least set up for 4S. See, Earl's throwing out conspiracies. Determined to get 60 on 2S in what amount of distance, Eric? 2S or bust. But that's probably because you're withholding to the no prep thing, right? The no prep rules. Earl and I are a modded no prep. You see how I said that, right? I said it in the proper. Earl and I. See, I talk proper. Yeah, I talk proper. Ah, right, Eric Vale. I knew it. I didn't even get to your comment, and I already said it. 2S, you're staying true to Street Eliminator. Dude, Eric, just rip it. You gotta rip it however you want. STL, what's happening, man? Just getting to your comment now. Sorry about that. Would you cut a big hole in the rear end? Wild and out. I think everybody's probably doing pretty good, man. STL. No, because my front shocks are staying sloppy the way it is. But if you're talking about the rear end, have I shimmed it out yet? No. Intent is, but that's going to be the DR10 full mod. That's going to be that series, DR10 full mod. Gaiified. We've got Earlified and we got Gaiified. West Coast versus East Coast. Right. CCXRC with the custom RC. I actually did write that down. Yeah, wild and out. I get exactly what you're saying, but for me, for some reason, I want it straight as can be. And I'm pretty close right now. I am 2.5 millimeters off front to back when measured on just the tire surface. So it's a total of 5, but I'm 2.5 millimeters out or inboard toe on Eatwell. Whatever it is. You know what I'm saying. Measure the back of the wheel, measure the front of the wheel. I'm 2.5 millimeters difference on toe per side. Total of 5. But I want it straighter. I know I'll never get it to 0, but I want to get it. You can never get this thing to 0 anyway, just because of all the slop. Unless you take the time and do like Earl said, get some 1/8. What do you say? Get some 1/8 motor shims. I think he was saying. Right. That's why I'm saying I wish like somebody like Earl, the type of stuff that just Earl does, and this type of stuff that I do, he and I probably could really have a blast. Earl is definitely more educated than I am. Put wrinkle walls on it. See, that stinks, Earl. You showed up, but you had to leave? That's not cool. Right, wild and out. I get it, but I don't. I want to deal with all of that. Do you know what I mean? I do get all the reasons whys, but I have the reasons of why not, or why I don't want it that way. And again, like I said, it's just the ideas that are in my head that I want to see. Because once I get something in my head, I have to do it. I just have to. Otherwise, I can't sleep. Yeah, John Wick, stuff like that happens, man. Mitchell's RC. How long ago was that? Am I like way behind on this? I am, aren't I? I'm like way behind. I bet I am way behind. How far behind am I? Oh my god. I'm that far behind? I'm sorry guys, I didn't even realize I was that far behind. I'm 10 minutes behind. Oh my god. Sometimes there's so much to read. Sergeant J, what's happening, man? Not ignoring you, I'm just slow. STL, what's going on? Nothing. I wanna keep working on that Jag. I'm wilding out. Oh, sorry, man. He'll get it in time. What am I supposed to be getting? I don't know what I'm supposed to be getting. I'm all screwed up. I've been saying do not eliminate the toe, especially in coming from off-road background toe. Right, but wild and out. I totally get it, but you don't get it. I won't be able to sleep. If I cannot get my rear end to be straight, like how I want this car to be. I mean, I'm so minimal anyway right now, but I want less. I want it to be as damn straight as I can get it. It's just what I have to do. I have to do it. Wild and out, you're awesome. That's funny. DR10's like Cracker Jacks, you know, right? Right. No, wait a minute. DR10 is like a box of chocolates. DR10 is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. And that's okay, though. I will tell you. And I know, Earl, you've got to agree. I've had some very consistent runs as long as I am consistent with how I run that car, as long as I'm consistent on the tire warmth, the temperature, the sun, the barometric pressure, the spin of the earth, the alignment of the sun and the stars and the how many clouds there are in the sky. As long as I've got all those to align, I've been able to get very, very consistent runs with that car. Full trigger, straight, on 3S. Current gearing, yes. I definitely want more speed out of that. Right, missing link, exactly. Because what's the link of getting this car to hook up? Okay, you're answering that question at 60 miles per hour at 132 feet. Sorry, like I said, I'm 10 minutes behind you. All right. I'm just gonna skim the comments. I don't think. Mitchell, check your messages. I don't know why that wasn't like that before. Has anyone tried the green? Oh, come on, guy. Of course nobody's tried the green DR10 because it's not available. If you look at the car, all they did was Photoshop a color change. That's all they did. It's not even the real thing. They literally just Photoshopped a color change and went, oh, hey, guess what? It's out of stock. But we'll take your order for the green one. Could you imagine, like, the green one is actually the one with 0 issues? So, for some strange reason. The DR10 in orange just had all the COVID just slammed into it. And the DR10 in green is the green machine, and it's just mint, like the color. Right, Earl. As soon as you think everything is good, but that also happened in watermelon, though. You point blank said, you said how watermelon, you could literally just let go of the steering wheel, just crank that throttle, and because that thing just goes so straight, there's nothing to expect other than it going straight. And what happened on that very next rip you did? That very next rip, that front end took up, and what happened? It started talking to that left rear wheel, and you grabbed that steering and cranked it, let off on the gas. I saw you. Yeah, actually, you know what's funny, Riff? That's what I was wondering. Because you had both cars, I literally thought you were going to let your daughter drive the watermelon. And it would have been cool to see the two of you guys race. All right, Smokies, we'll see you later, man. Oh, barbecue. Yeah, of course. The green looks great. I like the orange. Pumpkin. It's not just the DR10, it's all the AE. Eric, what am I missing? Kevin Marino, what's happening, man? Are you laughing because I want to make my rear end straight? Eric Vale, what did I miss? So that's what's hard, because I try to... Oh, going on what? Going on the 3-hour mark? Oh, a second batch wilding out will have better quality control. You hope. The thing though, Earl, is she intimidated because her dad is too good? And she's afraid like she'll just be a fail on drag racing? I bet you could get her to get into it, man. I mean, she was right there with you. Yeah, I thought she was gonna race him too. That would have been awesome. Yeah, the Super B stickers, man. Granted, that's in the gold. That came out mint. Even the antenna. Are you kidding me? On the B? This one on this side didn't cut out as well. This was my first shot at trying to cut it out. The silver I think shows up better. But I messed up on cutting it out. Or weeding it is what they call it. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. But it's an awesome sticker. Like, I don't think you can get that sticker, right? For a car. Like, you probably can't get that, like, sticker for an RC car, I'm assuming. So I think that worked out perfect. Okay, I get what you're saying. All associated RTRs have quality issues? I didn't even know that. This is the first associated car that I've bought since the late 80s, early 90s, when I bought a RC10. Two of them. Kevin Marino, right? Well, green means money, right? The green means money. The orange just has all the COVID all over it. What's wrong with your DR10? It's got COVID all over it. Oh, Pete George. Quiet you. You're funny. Green eggs and orange ham, that'd be horrible. Kevin Marino, yeah. Ooh, barbecue. That's a good idea, man. I can actually do that. That's actually a good idea. The B cut out of a... Oh, you know what, though? No. No, never mind. Too much work. Um, uh, just so you know, the reason why that won't work, the weeding is too small. That's a good idea. It would look good. On bigger scale, it'd probably look mint. But what happens is, because this is vinyl, it's being like cut out. And while the machine can cut it, I wouldn't have the ability to be able to pick out the tiniest little pieces that need to be picked out. Right. So even like any kind of any car, anything, whether if it's real or fake, hobby, whatever. Um, all you guys know that nothing is perfect. Nothing is perfect. But you'll get a good RC car. Think about this. I know we're off topic because all you guys are talking about Team Associated. But Armas had some shock leaking issues with their plastic shocks that like pretty much never goes away. And then what was it? Oh, I was gonna say how perfect my DB Pro is, Losi, DB Tenacity DB Pro. Like, I don't even know how perfect that is. Riff Raff, you taking off? All right, man. Yeah, I should actually end up ending this live stream like soon, like now. We're literally 3.5 hours. That's crazy. Well, I thought I was gonna do a COVID live stream later, like a double live. I'm just hoping. I was hoping Pots were gonna show up today, because I literally was just gonna do like a what's in the box of parts that showed up supposedly today, but I guess not. I don't know. We're looking at 3:27, so at least as soon as the stream hits 3:30, like 3.5 hours, I'll just end it. So we get like 2.5 minutes left. Oh no, I'm sorry. We got 2 minutes left as of right now. 2 minutes left on the timer. But barbecue, that was a good idea, but I don't have the ability. My eyes don't have the ability, and I don't think my hands have the ability to pick out the thing is too tiny. On a large scale RC, would probably be mint. Although, maybe if I did that thing where I printed a graphic. Even then, though, that's probably above me right now. I'm just starting to learn how to do it. STL Cyan, you too, man. All right, so I'm just going to jump in here. The donations went nuts today. So we had Jack Brazier, Chuck GRC, Michael Montgomery, John GRC, John Anders, CCXRC blasted it to death, Team Vega RC, Ready Set RC, Mitchell's RC, and that right there, boom, putting a line through it. That is it for the day. I will again keep saying I'm gonna do a double live thing, man. I just gotta like literally just buckle down and do it. I gotta get back to doing some of these nighttime live streams. Just gotta figure out what it's gonna be. That's also where you run out of ideas. Because if I title it the wrong thing, somebody's gonna jump on me and go, "What does this have to do with what your stream says?" It's like, I don't know. Maybe I just gotta readjust how I put things in the description. Yeah, just say what's up. What's up? You know what I mean? I don't know. We tried to talk about the DR10, and we did a little bit. We were talking about, is COVID in coffee? I keep asking that. I keep wondering to myself, is COVID in coffee essential? The series, COVID in coffee, is it essential? I like it. I like it because it's a hangout, man. It's something else to do. And granted, we're going on 3.5 hours of a live stream. I've literally been almost sitting down for 3.5 hours, which is insane. I'm not that kind of person that can usually sit there, but I'm also getting amped up. I'm getting hopped up. One of the things I always say is just get out there and rip it, because that is point blank what you should do. Enjoy your life while you've got it. Life is short when you literally think about it. Just have fun, man. Be kind to people. Be helpful. Go buy a DR10. I'm not, I don't know. I still, right, even to today, right now, 2020, for me, so far, the DR10 has been my best RC to buy. That's just a personal opinion. Maybe if I got the Slash and did what everybody else does, but I'm not. I think that's the, for me, I feel that's the better part. Maybe I'm kicking myself down, or I'm beating myself down a little bit more by using the DR10, but it's kind of like the Jag. It's like it's a challenge. It sucks you in. Look at what happened to Tony, man. He even point blank said he's not into drag racing. But guess what? He is now. He's enjoying it. He couldn't walk away. He said, I'm just gonna do one rip. I'll do one last rip. And he couldn't. He just kept on going. Cause he was wanting it to go straight. He was wanting to perfect it. He was trying to hit a line. And the DR10 was saying no. And he was saying yeah. So if you've even thought of drag racing, just only based on my personal opinion, price point for what you get. Once they come in stock, just go get one. Support your local hobby shop. If you're local to Reckless Hobbies in Wareham, go down and put in an order for a DR10. You know? Try to support your local hobby shops first, and then if they can't get what you need in the time that you need it, then yeah, sometimes you have to go online. You just got to do what you got to do. So, all right, I'm out of here. I don't know what I'm going to do. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and figure out what's up with the dome light on the Jag, but I want to figure out the trunk thing first. I want to see what's going on there. I want to see, like, if there is some kind of a micro switch that is open, closed, stuck. So I'm going to take the latch out of the trunk, and I'll leave the wiring intact just for now. But if I have to, I'll start unplugging connectors. I'll see how many wires go to that trunk latch. Hopefully, like Earl said, possibly a 3 or a 4 wire or whatever. With a Jaguar, it's probably a 12 wire. I don't know. They got to have a sensor for the sensor, and they got to have 2 grounds, because 1 ground is for the sensor. 3 grounds. 1 ground is for the sensor. 4 grounds. 1 ground is for the sensor. 1 ground is for the switch. 1 ground is for the unit, and then more grounds for each bolt. So each bolt has to have its own ground. Each wire has to have its own ground. Even the plastic connector has to have its own ground. I don't know. I think it's funny. My Camaro has like literally 1 ground in the whole damn car. I mean, not really, but it does have grounds. But it's like 1 ground in the trunk, 1 ground up front in the engine compartment that goes to the firewall, 1 ground that goes to the subframe, and 1 ground, I think, it goes to the dashboard. Well, not the dashboard, but the metal structure of the dashboard. I don't know. I just think it's funny. But the Jag, it's got like 6 stacks, like all grouped all together, like stinking posts worth of grounds. Like there's like 3 threads left on the post where they can just screw on a nut, and it's like a stack of grounds. I just think it's a riot. It's crazy, man. But it's a good project. All right, I'm out. Guys, thank you for coming to this COVID and Coffee. What did we talk about today? We were talking about laser printers. We were talking about vinyl graphics. If you have a logo that, you know, you want to send that maybe I could just, you know, for myself or whatever, I could, you know, cut out whatever. I don't know. Just make sure it's a good logo. Yeah. Who's in the chat? Just going to jump in real quick and say goodbye. We got Earl Moorhead, Golden Goose Gaming, Eric Vale, Justin O'Neill, Bandit Darnville, Marino. Why is it called Mario Marino? We got John Wick, Barbecue Altered RC, Justin O'Neill, I think I said that. Going. Do some wrenching. Mario I can't say your last name. So it's Mario Marino. Mario Marino. Sorry, I was just messing up your name. Pete George. And STL Scion took off, I think. Or Earl took off. I don't know. Scuffy Page. Flying Fortress. Wild and Out. I think that's it. All right. Like I said, everybody, just get out there and rip it, because that's what I mean. Just do it. Life is short. Go have a... Yeah. Sorry, I got distracted. Life is short. Go have a blast. I don't know. Just enjoy yourself. But above all, be kind to everybody. Right? Like, for real. Maybe not the murderers, but just be kind. You know? It helps. It helps, like, us as a community. Helps us as just literally point blank human beings. I had to this morning. I had to put together my daughter's broken heart this morning because of what happened in the news very recently that should never happen. So, just get out there and rip it.